I appreciate it.
You appreciate the sound levels?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. My headphones are good too, so we're good.
Are your headphones good?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
okay.
I mean, it's just me and you, and there's no one else in the kitchen, so I don't even need the headphones,
I
really.
don't need to yell.
You can yell if you want me to.
I could eat this cookie.
You should eat that cookie. It was a good cookie. Monica's a very good baker. She's very talented.
Mm.
Oh, are we recording now? Is that why you...
Yeah, we've been.
Oh, we've been recording this whole time? This is my favorite skit that we do, is that none of us know when we actually fucking start recording.
My favorite skit is actually not on our podcast. It's on someone else's podcast.
You gonna plug that podcast in?
It doesn't
They're
need
not
to
even
be
gonna,
plugged.
They're not gonna fucking...
They're very famous. They're very popular podcasts.
They're not gonna plug us. Why would we fucking talk about that podcast?
They don't know we exist.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking Joe Rogan, piece of shit.
Wasn't the one.
It was. It's not Joe Rogan.
No, it was Bert Kreischer and
Fuck him.
and what's his name? Tom Segura.
Bert Kreischer's a fucking racist.
Is he?
That's the joke. It's the joke they say.
But
Someone's not a fan.
Tom doesn't tell them when they're gonna start, so he just starts off with like, "You can't say that to black people." All right, and we're and then they just start. And
Welcome to the Stuff Calama podcast. This is our 58th episode. We've deleted all the other ones because they've been terrible.
yeah, we're just starting over. Me and Mark. We're not telling the other co-hosts.
Yeah, we stopped texting Joey and CJ. It turns out that they are Nazi sympathizers, so we had to cut them off. They're officially canceled.
Also, I didn't even know this about them. Did you know that they're from Staten Island?
Oh my god!
I didn't even know that. That was
This whole time,
yeah. I thought they were from New Jersey.
it's the only borough in New York that voted for Trump.
That's what I'm telling you. That's why we had to
These
keep them
people,
out of it.
they're not giving us our best. Those people from Staten Island, they're giving us the worst people from Staten Island.
I saw them at the Capitol.
You saw, oh Jesus,
They were on
that's
TV.
why they're not here. Is they're in prison.
I was at work, and yeah, the feds got them.
Feds are listening.
Feds are always listening.
Yeah, feds are listening. So Joey lives on 2835 Locust 15th Street.
Yeah.
That's not a real address. I made that
That's
up. I don't know
not.
why you looked at me. You looked at me like I was saying a real address.
It's in there, though.
No, it's not.
You said a bunch of numbers, but one of those numbers is correct.
No.
One of those names is correct.
No.
Okay.
Locust was a street that somebody we knew lived on prior.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
That was the... That
Nobody
was the
lives
other
on
one.
Locust Street.
Locust Road.
Yes.
Locust Lane.
Any place that has roads, lanes,
The Staten Island's
drives.
just terrible.
yeah.
The streets haven't changed
Who
since the horse and buggy days.
Who thought of this? Don't we have smart people in charge? Who's naming these roads?
It's beyond me. I mean, we also grew up around just a numerical system.
Straight lines.
Straight lines.
Straight lines.
First Street.
You want to turn?
Third Street,
You want to turn in this neighborhood?
Yeah.
You got to slow down.
Oh my God.
We can't speed around these rights.
I remember some guy was like, "Why do you slow down at turns?" I'm like, "Cause there might be people walking or something. You know, you could kill somebody."
Yeah, fucking A.
You know, you ever drive fast and then there's someone that comes between like two cars, not like at a corner.
I almost
You're like,
hit someone on their bike the other day.
And it was their fault, right?
It's 100% their fault.
But-
Because you're behind.
But you have the car, so in the eyes of the law, it's
I
your
would kill
fault.
him. He would be a bike versus a car. The car's gonna win. Because if you're directly behind me and I'm changing lanes and I don't see you, how fucking close were you to me? You know that like I don't even see you. And it wasn't even like I cut him off and like he had to swerve out of the way. I changed lanes and stopped because there was traffic. So I wanted to get onto the BQE. You know what, like 15th Street. So I was just getting on, and so I didn't want to be in the middle of the intersection. So
Yeah.
I pulled over into the other lane because there was the double parked car. And as soon as traffic moved on, I was going to go back into the original lane. So that means there was a red light behind me. So that means the bike went through a red light to fucking get cut off by me
Yeah.
changing lanes.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Bikes have to follow the rules of the road. You can't go up a down.
I just say we
block.
outbreed people that ride bikes.
I know I have a couple of people on my Instagram and they like
They ride bikes?
No, they ride bikes, but they also actively complain about, you know, like delivery trucks in the bike lane doing their job and stuff, like
Yeah.
delivering stuff.
The funniest shit I saw was one time, It wasn't a bike, but it's funnier than a bike. It was a guy in like a minivan. He pulled over in the bike lane, and you just see a guy in an electric wheelchair pulling up the bike lane, and he's like, he goes up the bike lane up to the minivan, so it wasn't at the curb.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Can you move your minivan so I could go up?" And the guy in the minivan just looks at him and goes, "No." And the fucking guy in the wheelchair had to reverse back to the corner.
Right, that's a little bit too much. I'd let the guy in the electric wheelchair go.
He wouldn't even turn the car on and just pull over a little bit. It's not even like he had to go. Just let the fucking guy through.
I could. Oh my.
Just to look at a guy in a wheelchair behind you. No. I don't give a fuck you're in a wheelchair.
And he probably just had to stop in a store real quick and get something.
He's in a wheelchair. That's all he's got. You know? At least give him the bike lane. You're going to take the bike lane from him?
The guy in the car. He probably just had to run into a store real quick.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get, like, even if you're halfway out the car, just get back in, close the door, move over.
The store's not going anywhere.
No.
You know, your appointment, you're only going to be a minute closer to it. You know?
Yeah.
It's nothing's going to happen.
Nothing. Primitive and Marvel 2.
What?
I don't know. You just got to
You
email.
read
You
my
keep
emails?
getting emails that are popping up.
Yeah, I just get notified. My Mac is just riddled with bullshit. My email's fucked. I get
Last time I saw this, it was 6,000. Now you only have 2.
Yeah, I read them all.
You read all 6,000?
Yeah, there's a button. Click mark.
Read all is.
I read all the emails. What do you mean?
I thought you were actively reading them all.
So what if I was?
No, but you weren't.
That's none of your business.
It's not my business, but you're.
Don't call me a liar in my own house.
I'm not gonna call you a liar.
That's what I thought. Back to bikes.
Bikes?
We're going back to bikes. Bikes. Fuck you, stole. Bikes.
Speaking of Tom Segura.
The fucking delivery guys with their little engine that they put on their bikes. You never seen those? Those guys are nuts. Those guys, it's like a regular pedal bike, you know, and you'll just be seeing a guy just like pedaling his bike, but he's going 50 miles per hour. You know, you just be on the highway and you see a delivery guy with one bag of Chinese food going faster than you.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. So the NYPD started cracking down. They've been beating the shit out of those delivery drivers.
Really?
Yeah, they just take their bikes.
They just take the bike?
They just take the bike because they're illegal, you know?
Oh.
And it's like
a 50-mile-per-hour bike is illegal?
Yeah, they're not really. Because you don't need any kind of license for it. There's no signals on it, so it's not street legal, you know? So it's very dangerous to drive them. But I can understand. If it didn't go so fast, it wouldn't be that bad, but they go fast as fuck.
I mean, he's just doing his job.
He's just living it.
He's trying
to feed his family.
Yeah, make some tips.
Yeah, but when you're fucking booking it on the Queens Expressway, we're going a little too far.
And who orders Chinese food or pizza or anything like that?
That needs to get there that fast.
No, but it needs to get there on a highway. It needs to take a highway to get there.
Uber's changed the game. You can order from a very far place.
Yeah, but why would you do that?
Why would you? Because let's say that Chinese place had good food and the one by you didn't.
Well, typically you have one in your neighborhood that you like always go to.
Not always. You've been to Long Island before?
No.
Exactly.
Well, I've been to Long Island, but I haven't spent enough time there to be
Ever been to Jersey before?
I've been to Jersey.
You ever been to Pennsylvania before?
Yeah.
Some bad Chinese food in those places.
Well, I don't hang around over there. I'm sorry.
You don't hang around.
If you live in like Connecticut,
your daughter hangs out in Pennsylvania. What's wrong with Pennsylvania?
Well, she has family over. She got some family over there.
I'm such a piece of shit for bringing her up every time I can chance.
She's the best though. She's
hysterical.
Yeah.
I've only met her a couple times.
You've met her a bunch.
I'm a good godfather.
Yeah.
I never miss a holiday.
Never.
You know? I'm like an absent father. But I'm an absent godfather.
Yeah.
Just be like, what are you?
Also,
how old are you? 6 now?
Nah,
no, she's 2.
it's been COVID time, so there's excuses to stay away. I have family members that haven't met her.
At all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
My cousin's like, how old is she? I'm like, she's 2 and 2 in a couple months. And
Yeah, that's crazy.
she's just like, well, they're just like, well, that's your fault.
No, it's not. It's the world's fault.
She's that old and you haven't. brought
I'm
her
I'm
around?
not
No.
fucking handing out these
Yeah.
fucking vaccines. That's not my fault.
Oh yeah.
You gonna get the vaccine?
My aunt got it.
Yeah, that's
My
good.
aunt and my uncle got it. They were at the hospital for something else, like just to see the doctor and check up on my uncle's heart and all that type of stuff. Everything's cool.
And the doctor was like,
But
"Listen,
they were just like, "Hey, we got these
hey,
vaccines."
we want to go to the back.
You
You want to
guys
go to the
are-
back room? We got a couple.
Pretty
things."
much, they were lucky because like normally you have to do it by
It's
appointment.
a long waiting list. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to
Like-
do it by appointment. But they were eligible. They're both over 65 and they got
Yeah.
it. And they got to go back soon for
The second one,
for the
right?
second
Monica's stepdad, he just got his second one, and he's head of security at a hospital. You know, so that's how fucking like slow they've been doling this shit out.
Yeah,
Supposedly, like the whole state of New York like ran out already.
that's
They're like,
crazy.
yeah. It's like,
But
oh,
they-
who knew?
and
Who
then-
knew so many people were alive?
And literally, my aunt and uncle were just like, "Hey, you want to come get the vaccine real quick? You guys are
Put
good."
$20 in the doctor's pocket. Don't worry about it.
Man, that I don't know. These people are crazy with the anti-vax stuff.
Yeah. Somehow they're gonna put a microchip in the vaccine, and Bill Gates is gonna track us and turn us transgender, and that's what this new vaccine is gonna do. Gonna turn the freaking frogs gay.
Fucking, I was literally just about to scream that in the Alex Jones voice, but then I remembered we're in your apartment.
Yeah, I have a landlord that lives
Do we fucking,
on the other side of.
Are
a
they friends
very-
with Alex Jones?
They might listen to him. I don't know.
Yo, these people have been getting in on that. Oh, this whole fake news started when they silenced Alex Jones. Now all of a sudden people liked Alex Jones.
Nobody ever liked Alex Jones. He was always a crazy person until Trump got elected, and then people were like, "Oh, you know, he likes him too." Because I remember in like 2014, I had a coworker, and like I was an intern, so mind you, I'm like 19 years old,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Let's watch Alex Jones clips," and I was like, "I've never heard of him." And he pulls up a 2-hour video on my phone, and he just pulls up a chair next to me. I was like, I'm not gonna fucking watch a 2-hour video with you
Yeah.
right now. We're at work.
Show me like the highlights.
Yeah,
or
you got
something.
nothing quick, like,
Yeah.
and he's like, yeah, fucking globalist, and he walks away. I was like, that, I didn't even.
The only thing, if that was me, the clip that I would pull up is the Joey Diaz clip when he was there. And
Didn't
he's
you got him
yelling.
pissed off, right?
He was yelling the whole time, and Alex was just like, "Can't bring this guy here. Don't bring this guy around here no more."
Yeah, he believes that Hillary Clinton's a lizard person.
You know, I believe in aliens and stuff like that because, you know, the universe is so huge and we're so tiny and small. Maybe this lizard people. Who
Maybe.
knows?
You ever see They Live?
Who?
They Live.
They
It's a
Live?
movie from the 80s. I have it on Blu-ray if you want to watch it tomorrow before the fight.
That would be dope.
It's a awesome fucking movie. It's about so Roddy Piper is like a construction worker, right? That's how it starts. And I'm gonna tell you the whole movie right now, even though I'm gonna make you watch it.
Okay.
For me. He gets fired, and then he's homeless. So he moves into a homeless shelter in L.A. and he sees people like acting really suspicious outside of a church, and then like he was like, "What's going on?" Which like. You got more important things to deal with. You're fucking homeless. You're
Yeah.
looking across the street and you're really bothered by like what's going on.
Yeah.
So he goes in and he finds a pair of sunglasses, and he's like, "What the fuck are these?" And he just like puts them on, and it's like there's nothing to it.
Yeah.
And then where you going? You leaving me?
No.
No. Are you just gonna let me explain? Or are you gonna look through my snacks? I'm trying to explain the plot of a movie. Unbelievable, this guy. Yeah, fucking give me one too. Give me a Coke or two. Get me a beer. Why not? Yeah, I'll take whiskey, Brooklyn. That's a good one. So yeah, he finds a pair of sunglasses and he puts them on. He doesn't understand what they are. Then he's like walking around and it's sunny, you know. So he puts the sunglasses on, and then all of a sudden he starts seeing these aliens in like suits and like human clothes, and like he takes the sunglasses off and he's looking around, and then he puts the sunglasses back on, and then they're back, and he realizes that like the sunglasses like show him like these weird creatures, and then he uncovers like this whole conspiracy that like this church was like uncovering, that like the elites in America and like the world are all just like aliens. Like they do that, and they have like this whole base in like Roswell. So like, basically it's like 3 hours of Roddy Piper just killing people with sunglasses on.
That's a fantastic movie plot.
You ever heard the line, "I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum"?
Yeah.
That's from They Live.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Rest in peace, Roddy
Wow.
Piper. Real one. Rest in peace, Hank Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Bob would have wrote mean letters to him.
Yeah, right. Imagine being so good and black at the same time in the 50s and 60s.
Bob's
like a
the
death
white
sentence.
kid in 42 that yelled the N-word because he saw his dad do it.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
That's how it goes. You know?
Racism?
Yeah. It's just it slowly rots away but doesn't go away kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's always going to be there. Cuz I was like I don't know how we got to this. Remember Fairly Odd Parents had an episode?
Yeah.
And it was everyone was a gray blob, but one gray blob was a darker gray blob. So they like beat him. They would beat up the grayer blob than the rest of them.
Jesus. I remember that episode, but that specific thing, I don't remember.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, we're gonna talk about racism for kids. We're gonna introduce kids to racism right now.
Man, it's terrible.
Racism?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
Oh, at a certain point, I was thinking about racism.
It's just so hard being Italian, you know?
Oh my God.
Because everyone's just so racist to you.
Italians weren't treated fairly when they first came here.
I know. That's the funniest shit. Where you'll see he's like, I believe stop and frisk is a good thing because my grandfather came here in 1940 and he couldn't get a good job.
Yep.
So that's why black people need to be stopped and frisked and they need police surveillance 24/7 because my grandfather came here off a boat with no money to his name.
Well, first wasn't it the Irish? Irish had those jobs first. And then afterwards the Italians came. Well, that was at least in New York.
Irish have been coming to America forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, since white people started coming to the Americas.
That's why everybody went crazy when Conor McGregor was like, the Irish are back in New York City.
They've been here. Oh, there's illegal immigrants in the Bronx that are Irish. You know, they just fucking come to New York and they're just like, all right, I'm going to live here now. That was always so funny about, like, when Trump did his whole campaign. There's a bunch of illegal Italian Americans and, like, not Italian Americans, a bunch of illegal Europeans that live in the United States.
Yeah.
That was the plot of, in Knocked Up. Seth Rogen's character couldn't get a job. That's why he was home. He was, like, broke because he was an illegal immigrant from Canada. He just stayed.
As in, the other thing is, like, when people talk about, like, oh, well, what about we were slaves over here and then the slavery over there? But it's like European slavery wasn't
It's a completely different thing.
It wasn't discriminatory on race.
Yeah.
You know, if like I heard one example where they were like, if a bunch of Athenians and a bunch of people from Thebes were like in a war and like Thebes won, a bunch of Athenians would be slaves.
Yeah.
But they're all Greek.
Mm-hmm.
So whereas in America slavery was purely racial.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but the whole business side of it was something that the world had never seen before. Like, your civilization's never like done. Yeah. It was a commodity. That's why, like, if you want to talk about like policing and how it actually started in America, it's from the Fugitive Slave Act, and like people became bounty hunters. You know, like we always like think of like the Wild West and bounty hunters. They were really trying to not kidnap, but like capture freed slaves or slaves that escaped, and so they would go to like. Slaves would usually run to like New York or like Pennsylvania and shit like that. But that was when they didn't have slavery in those states. Yeah. So it was much later on. And the bounty hunters would go to these states and they would capture them and bring them back to the slave owners because slaves were worth so much money to the slave owners, you know?
Yeah.
I hate talking about slavery because it's so
Me
fucked
too.
up.
It's really
but
fucked up.
Back to the original point is you can't compare the slavery throughout the entire world because if you live in America, then you live in a country that has capitalized off of the backs of black people for hundreds of years and have profited off of it and not given a single cent back to the community and continue to fucking take advantage of and dismantle patriarchal and matriarchal fucking pillars of their communities and making sure that those communities never prosper.
Yeah.
Because if you want to say like, all right, slavery ended, then you go back to fucking Black Wall Street. What was that, Tuscaloosa?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a fucking race riots and the KKK burned the entire town to the ground.
Not even. They bombed them.
Yeah.
They flew planes over.
You want to talk about Philadelphia?
Them.
Philadelphia, there was a block of houses, and they commandeered a bunch of houses, and they said they weren't going to pay. And then there was like one revolutionary group in the 70s, and the Philadelphia police just dropped a bomb on the city block and blew up all the houses and killed like 80 people or something like that.
And that's the crazy part, is that there's literally so many stories like that you have to really look up and research, because nobody's gonna tell you that.
No,
stuff
yeah,
happened.
it's not in a history book. Like even like race riots are in a history book, but it's gonna be like a caption of a photo in like
And
the end of the chapter.
Most likely, it's gonna be Rodney King.
Yeah,
The
and
LA
that,
riots.
and yeah, like the LA riots are the product of
So much
600 years
Yeah.
of this shit going on, you know. Because if you really want to talk about it, like it's still prevalent to this day when people's grandparents were slaves,
Oh,
you know.
okay.
So like they're still being affected by
That's
it.
what tricked me out when literally for the past couple of years, people have been putting out colored pictures of
Yeah,
the civil rights movement.
yeah.
To make it appear
It wasn't
as
that
though-
long ago.
to make it appear
wasn't
that
that
it
long
was
ago.
so long ago
Yeah.
that this happened, and we've been kumbaya for a while now, so everything's great. But it's just phony.
Yeah, that's why you hear a lot of people that say like when Trump was elected that they enjoyed it because they knew who didn't like them and where they weren't welcome. Because now they're wearing a big red hat, you know, and they're fucking flying flags, so they're really easy to pick out these days, you know. Whereas back further, you never knew, you know, and like that's why you had the Green Book. That was literally a book that people would travel across the United States, and it would tell them where it's safe for them to go, you know? It's the same thing with, like, there's, like, a homeless code where there's symbols that they'll write on, like, posters, like mailboxes and stuff like that before you go to, like, someone's house. They'll tell you, like, oh, this house, they're friendly. This house, they're not friendly. This house has guns, like, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And throughout the entire country, there's shit like that, you know? Okay, burp. That's gonna get cut out.
Beautiful.
Ugh.
That's how I'm gonna put that at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, you can put it at the beginning. There's some calzone in that burp. Ugh.
I don't smell shit.
Yeah, good.
Good. I don't want to smell that.
I made a really good vodka sauce, and we used that to make pizza today.
I like vodka sauce.
It's very good.
What kind of vodka do you use? Cheap shit?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
Russian standard or some shit. Why am I gonna use Kettle One?
Exactly.
You know, I don't even drink vodka, so I'm not gonna buy expensive shit.
Yeah, I remember my dad telling me when I was like just starting like legal drinking. He was
Yeah.
just like, if any expensive type of liquor, any good liquor, you drink that by itself.
Yeah.
Whenever you go to a bar and you get a mixed drink, always be like the house whatever.
Yeah. Because it's gonna taste the same.
Yep.
Like I remember when we were younger, like what were we drinking? Because we were gonna mix it with Coke anyway. Evan Williams. What was it? There was a cheap Wild Turkey knockoff we would like too. Bushmills is super cheap. Like all the shit that kind of tastes like the better stuff,
Yeah.
the more expensive shit, but it's not as expensive. Like Evan Williams, me and Eddie used to get like a handle, and it would cost us like $10.
Yeah.
You know? we'd be drinking for a weekend if we really wanted to spread it out. You know?
Yeah. No, bro, one handle. Oh, the big fucking handle.
It's like a gallon
Like
of
a
liquor.
gallon,
What the
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
are you talking about?
I literally thought, because I've heard some people call handles the little ones.
Oh, the fifth? That's
Yeah.
a fifth.
That's a fifth.
Yeah. That's not a handle.
No.
It doesn't have a handle
A
on
handle
it.
actually
It
has
has
a
a handle
handle.
on it. It's big. You can't grab it from the top.
Oh, I remember in high school I had a fifth of Jack Daniels. Then I dropped my backpack, and then my whole backpack. I still have that business backpack.
Just stunk.
Whiskey. Just stunk.
I remember seeing you. That was like that junior to senior year period where like everyone stopped caring because like we knew we weren't gonna get into good schools kind of shit. So like, it was
Yeah.
like let's get drunk at school.
Well, because a lot of us, well, at least me, I didn't take advantage of high school at all.
No.
I didn't do any extracurriculars.
No.
Then I went to school and I left.
That's what's so funny about like the school we went to because there's literally people in the NFL, the MLB. Like there's one guy that's on Saturday Night Live.
Yep.
And here's me and you just hang out in my kitchen.
Exactly.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing. Our lives are not bad. We're happy.
Yeah, I'm chilling. Doing better.
Yeah.
You know? Got no complaints. You made a person.
I made
That's
a
awesome.
whole person.
Yeah. I'm going to bring that up every episode.
Yeah,
There's
she is something to brag about, you know. She's the best.
Yeah, but if they make it past a couple months, that's fucking killing it.
Oh hell yeah! Because
Yeah.
they're very fragile.
Yeah, the kids are stupid. You don't know what they'll do.
They'll just walk right into you.
Yeah, they'll just touch hot shit.
Yeah.
Baby will walk right into a fire. They don't know.
Hot.
Well, now you know. Fucking covered in burns now.
Oh man, that's what my daughter at like nighttime. She'll like go by the back door and I pick her up and then I'll open it over there. Ooh, so cold, so cold. But she loves that stuff. She just loves experiencing everything. It's the best thing is to just expose them to museums, art, music, all different things.
Yeah, she's a big fan of Selena.
She loves Selena.
Not Gomez.
She loves. It's so adorable watching her dance and everything.
Yeah, she's got no rhythm yet, but that's okay. That'll come in time.
She got a little rhythm.
A little bit of rhythm?
A little bit.
I've seen videos. I don't know.
You got to be there live. You got to see it live. What else?
I don't know what I'm talking about. I can't dance for shit.
She likes Vivir Mi Vida by Mark Anthony.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yo no sé mañana.
No.
Well, she like Happy by Pharrell.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. She loves she always points to the little girl or like it's the little girl that dances and she's like, "Ah." She's like, "Yeah."
She recognizes that someone is also a child.
Mm-hmm.
God bless her.
Yeah.
That little brain's working.
She's so smart.
That's fucking lit.
It is.
Monica's my child.
No, she's not.
I gotta take care of her.
You take care of her. That's
I
the
feed
dynamic
her.
of this.
I gotta bathe her, and she makes the money. I pretend to be the parent. And
You said you've been going into work now, right?
once a week?
That's so fucking dope. I wish I could get a job where I could just work. I've been going into the city throughout the whole fucking pandemic.
I was very lucky because cut that out too, please. Oh my god. Fuck. My office, they started like implementing shit online before this even started. So not necessarily people working online, but like they uploaded everything to like a database, like all the information. So when we went to work from home, which was like 2 weeks of us doing nothing, that was my favorite. I was putting fucking 1,000 hours into video games when that shit started. There was nothing to do all day. I'd wake up at like 11 o'clock.
I wish.
Open a bag of chips, lay in bed.
Yeah.
Text my boss, I'm in. I used to text. She'd be like, all right, you got to text me when you clock in at 9. You got to text me when you clock out at 5. 9 a.m., clocking in, go back to bed.
Yeah.
5 p.m. goes on, clocking out.
That's the shit, man. Because we would have a couple thousand people in the building.
That many?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
And nobody's there. It was just us security guards. And there was days where I would go into work, right, sign in, have my suit on, have my radio, all that type of shit. I would go up to the 34th floor, go into a conference room, knock out. Wake up, and then leave. And then I would leave. I would go to the train station, and I would have an entire New York City platform to myself. Ooh. That will never happen again. I don't think anybody's ever seen that shit. Because I'm one of the very few that's ever seen a New York City subway just completely, unless you're like, it's like really late or some shit.
I remember, when I was younger, and I used to go after going from drinking to like going home and be empty, and that's when it's like the scariest.
Yeah,
because then you just see like the one homeless person, and like in your mind, you're like, that person's gonna fucking kill me. Yeah,
or the one group of people.
Yeah,
they could kill me.
They could kill you. Yeah,
but I'm just gonna go over here.
Yeah, I was always scared. One time, my like people ran up on my dad when he was walking home. It was kind of fucked up. It was like two young kids. You could tell that they were young because of like the size of them, and like you could kind of see like a little bit of their face. You couldn't see like facial details. You could just tell that they were young. And he was like walking up at like it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. So I was getting ready to go to work, and my dad was walking up, and then he was walking up the stairs, and I guess he knew people were following him. He can hear him, and then like he heard them say something first, and then one guy went to the other side of the street, and they started walking up by him, and they started picking up a little bit, and they started getting a little bit faster. So he walked up the stairs, and he unlocked the door, and he turned around. One kid was at the bottom of the stairs, and another kid was across the street, walking across the street. And my dad was like, "Look, I have everything on camera right now because we had the ring." And then like he slowly walked into the fucking in the door, and like, he put his hand behind the other door to make it seem like he had a gun there, and then they ran away. And he came up, and like I watched the video. It was fucking wild.
That's crazy.
And my dad almost got robbed in front of the house on camera.
Damn, man. I always like think about those type of situations, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do something like stupidly unorthodox and just like grab them and then like bite their face.
Oh yeah.
Scare the shit out of them. Somebody, you try
It'd
and
be
rob
scary,
somebody,
yeah.
and then you just see me biting your face.
Yeah, it'd be scary, but most of the time they have guns and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, when, like, the scenario with my dad, like, that was something that's always, like, ran through my mind, because I've always been stupid walking home. Like,
Yeah.
I've always been drunk, or I've always had my headphones in way too loud, like, not paying attention at all. And I haven't even seen another person, you know? I've been so lucky. And there's been stories about, like, someone who lives across the street from me was robbed at gunpoint, literally 20 minutes between me and him, like, going home. So, like, I just got home by 20 minutes, and then, like, 20 minutes before that, he was getting robbed at gunpoint.
When someone got stabbed at Pastosa's, like, literally.
I literally walked. I had to have walked past it. No, they got shot.
They got
there was
shot,
there was a
yeah.
gunfight, like, in front of the pasta store, and I was literally walking from your house,
Yeah.
and I missed it by like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I probably was at the station. I probably could have heard the gunshots, but again, headphones in, waiting for the train.
Minding my business.
Yeah.
Man, that's the thing. It's like when I walk home, and, you know, it's a nice 10-minute walk from the train station for me. I'm still always looking over my shoulder. And even when I get out on like the busy avenue, like 18th, I'll still just naturally still go to the empty avenue where nobody is. Even though I'm probably safer on the busy avenue. But then again, there's always those crackheads that are just out there. I've had people ask me for pills and shit. And
Was that one bar, El Patron? That's like the after hours club, but it's like
Yeah.
really a restaurant,
Yeah,
and they just close the
yeah.
door, and it just
Closed
comes a
all the
club.
curtains and shit.
Yeah.
Yep. There was something like that not too long ago, and they had they were playing they were gambling, and then they just fucking some guy cheated, and then bow bow bow.
Yeah.
Bow, you know?
Oh no, that's not worth it. I don't care how much money was on that pot. That's not worth fucking getting shot in the chest. That's kind of what happened to Big Papi. Like, he was fucking rolling around in the DR, and then
Yeah.
he was getting a little too close to some people, and he was sleeping with someone's girlfriend, you know? And that's where, you know, they fucking pulled up on him, popped him a couple times. He's lucky to be alive, but listen,
Real lucky.
you know? There was that one YouTuber from Mexico, and like he started getting a little bit too big, and then he started calling people out, and now it was that, you know?
What happened to him?
They murdered.
Oh.
You know?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, South America, they don't play.
Yeah. Because you know what it is? There's like no repercussions.
There's no repercussions. But it's like it's still like sick out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's like fucking MS-13. You say some shit that they don't like, they'll fucking cut your tongue out with a machete.
Yeah.
Like, it's deadly. Bro, it's fucking, yeah. That's the real fucking deal. I remember I was talking to this one girl from South America. She was like 10, 15 years older than me at the time. And she was like, I was like, yeah, there's a fucking neighborhood in Brooklyn where there's like a bunch of like MS-13 members. And then she's like, nah. You gotta fucking, you see the ones in South America with the fucking,
Where they're actually from.
yeah. Fucking killers.
That's like, you think about all the fucked up shit. They're all named after South American, like Colombian neckties.
Yeah.
You know, like all the, like even like drive-bys were there was another Colombian person. No, was she Mexican? It was like one of the drug dealers invented drive-bys. Like on the fucking, with the Uzi on the mopeds, not mopeds, the dirt bikes. They just pull up
Yeah.
to you in Miami, pop, 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 and just drive off. Yeah. Fucked up.
Spanish people crazy, man.
It happens.
Yeah.
Nothing you could do about it.
Nothing. There's nothing. You hear that? You hear that, everybody out? There's nothing you could do about it. We're out here.
My friend Joe is South American, but he's a good South
I'm
American.
half Ecuadorian, half Italian.
How's it feel? How does the other half feel?
The other half?
That Italian half.
Oh, fucking
They're good.
hates my other half. That's a joke. That's a joke.
One half of me is racist to the other half.
Oh.
Yeah, the fucking headphones pop. I don't know if it's because they're shitty or if the audio. But when you listen to the recordings, it doesn't sound. You don't hear it.
I usually just I listen through it,
Yeah.
and if it did that pop there,
But it doesn't do. I'm saying even when I listen to the raw recording, it doesn't do that in it.
oh, okay,
Oh, another
that's
bourbon. What's the matter? You scared?
Scared of what?
I don't know.
What am I scared for?
I don't know. Joe Biden's been president for 2 days now, and he hasn't given me my fucking money yet.
You know what he has done?
Where's my fucking stimmy?
He's
Joe?
he one big thing that they were talking about was
He's not paying me my $1,400,
nah,
$1,400 to $2,000 that's owed me.
you ain't getting that shit.
Pieces of shit.
Bro, they all work for the same people. All right. Let's not kid
Fucking
ourselves. Nobody's
bastards.
gonna save us but us.
Give me my fucking money.
Let's win the lotto and just call it a day.
Oh yeah, that's tonight. The Mega Millions.
I literally walked into work and this guy
I
was
win the
like,
Mega
"Hey
Millions.
Joe, how
podcast,
you doing?" I'm
podcast
like,
over.
Yeah, for real. I'd just be like, I'm gonna win the lottery today. I've had enough of it.
You know what, Bill? Go fuck your mother. How about that? I'm gonna win the lottery today, and then I'll never see your stinky fucking mouth again.
Just fucking waiting for the numbers. Hey, boss, if I get this, I'm gonna have a couple words for you, buddy.
Just beat your boss to death. You got enough money for a good
no,
legal team.
you just be like, fuck you, bye, and just leave.
Fuck 'em.
Man, I'm probably gonna edit this out. Is a piece of shit.
I've heard stories.
Yeah.
They gotta go fuck himself.
For real.
You know, you could just beep over.
Yeah.
You have to beep that part too, where I said, and then you have to beep that part when I said. You have to beep all.
Hey, just stop. Enough. Oh, but you know who I did see today?
Who'd you see today?
My old boss.
A good one.
Great.
You have to beep that too.
No, I'm not. I'll give him his praise. Shouts out to you know who.
Yeah.
He knows who
You
he
better
is.
be fucking listening.
Nah, he doesn't know.
He doesn't know about this.
He doesn't know about this.
Pieces of shit.
He's a great guy.
We should get pins made.
Pins? I would love a pin.
A stuffed Calama pin.
Yeah. I saw one logo this lady made for her podcast, and it was a cat with tentacles coming out of the cat's mouth.
We're gonna have our lawyers contact her very soon.
It was weird. I immediately thought of Joey. I was like, Joey would have thought of that.
Yeah, probably.
A cat with...
But not Casey though, because you can't even mention her name.
Casey's a good cat.
She's a very good cat. Is that the one? Does that say Casey? No. I used to have a sticker that said Casey's a good cat.
Yeah, that was one. But you have the clapping alien cheeks one, which is still a good one.
Yeah, it's peeling off. It's starting to lose its
adhesiveness.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
I like that pizza.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. I think Monica just sewed that.
That's dope. Monica could sew stuff.
Monica's got housewife skills. You know, she can sew. She's good at cleaning laundry. She bakes.
That's dope. It's like that's really.
I don't
cool
know. That's what I've been
like
told housewives do my whole life.
You cook food and she bakes.
Yeah, I can't bake for my fucking life.
But can she cook food?
She can cook. She's
That's
just
dope.
like, she doesn't really, because like she cooks for herself. So like it's just pasta,
Gotcha.
maybe rice. We just got a rice cooker. I'm excited as shit to cook shit in that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff you can make in a rice cooker.
You can make rice.
That's one thing. One thing I learned lately was it was actually from Shu. Anything you're gonna buy, he would put you just put whatever you're gonna do, and just type in buying guide, and then you get all the information you need on the product that you want.
Oh no shit.
That's what I did with the chair. I literally typed in chair buying guide,
Your gaming chair?
and I don't do gaming chairs because it's just a
Oh, just a
markup.
regular chair?
An office chair. It's
Okay.
literally the same product as a quote unquote gaming chair, except they don't rob you.
Yeah, and there's probably a decent weight limit on it. You
You
ever look at
get-
the weight limit of those gaming chairs? It'll be like 180 pounds.
Yeah, because they're for children.
Yeah.
And it's like, Mom, I want this gaming chair that
Get me
PewDiePie
get me the
has.
Fortnite gaming chair, Mom.
Yeah. And it's literally just to rob these parents of money.
And Monica.
Literally, you could have got a better product for less money. if you just typed in office chair instead of gaming chair. That's why I built it last night.
Your chair? You built a chair last night?
I built my little chair last night. It's great. It's a
What
good
have you been
chair.
using in the meantime?
So one thing that I was using to start with was the way my bed was positioned. I could sit off of my bed and do it, but that was horrible for my back.
Yeah.
No lumbar support at all. You know, you end up slouching,
Mm-hmm.
and there's just nothing. It sucked. Completely sucked. So then I moved my bed into a different position, and I had a regular fucking chair. No wheels on it, nothing special. I had a nice little cushion on it, but that's it. That was all right. Not bad. Regular chair. Then I got this nice office chair.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about the office chair.
Oh, my God. Ergonomic.
Oh, yeah?
Made out of mesh, so it's breathable.
Wow.
Right? Neck support.
No stink.
Arm support.
Oh.
Lumbar support.
Whoa.
Oh, my God. Just so comfortable. I literally I was playing my Elder Scrolls Online last night. Almost fell asleep. Fell asleep in the chair for a hot second. And I was in the middle of a dungeon, so everybody, I would just like posture up and be like, what? And people would be fighting, and I'd just be standing there, not healing them. It was crazy.
That's nuts. You ever fall asleep when driving?
No.
No?
Thank fucking God.
Yeah, it's something nice. I don't really like driving at night. I might need glasses, low key. I can't read the Starbucks menu from far away. So that's like maybe my eyesight's going kind of like.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it's definitely going. I'm
yeah.
26. You know, I'm getting old. My fucking back is shot. Now my eyes are going. You know.
Damn, what's happening? They put something in the food.
Yeah.
There's something going on.
Something's happening.
We're aging fast.
I think Monica just beats me when I'm asleep.
No, I don't think that's it.
I think she drugs me and then beats me like a fucking.
Do you want to get out of here?
I don't know.
Do you want to escape?
I don't know.
Talk quietly. Blink.
Can you read Morse code? I'll just blink at you.
That's a lie. Monica's a lovely human being. She would never do this to you.
I don't think she could hit me hard enough. Like not even like.
If
She's got tiny hands.
If she drugged you and knocked you out, she'd take all the time in the world to hit you as hard as she wants.
She hit me 1,000,
you know?
1,000 soft punches.
1,000 soft punches equal one big one.
Every 5 punches, she gives me a kiss. Bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam.
Man.
I'm just thankful for the kiss. I'm excited we're going to grow a basil plant soon. I'm fucking
Oh,
pumped.
you're getting into the green.
There's a
thumbing?
basil plant kit on the windowsill, but the plant next to it is on its way out. So we're gonna plant the basil.
The middle one, right?
Yeah, that piece of shit. I don't know. Something's eating it. I think that's what the problem is. So it's like slowly dying.
Something's eating it.
Yeah, there's like little bite marks out of it. It's probably like a fly or something like that. It's not like too bad because there's not bugs around the house, but there's like spiders and shit.
Oh, the spiders are good.
Spiders are good, yeah. I killed one
Why?
because it like was on my arm.
Oh, it was on your arm?
Yeah,
Did it hurt you?
it had to get better. The rest of them learn from his mistakes, and they get smarter.
Did you rub it in?
Did I rub the spider into my skin?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering.
I just absorbed his knowledge.
Yeah, like, because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, he bit me, so now I'm going to heal myself with spider juice.
I'm gonna learn from his mistakes. I'm not gonna repeat what he did. You know,
Yeah.
I won't be caught slacking like that.
No, never.
No, I couldn't.
That spider was just probably trying to
Spider
feed his
was a
family.
bitch.
Family, bro.
No, his family doesn't have to worry about him anymore. It's one less mouth to feed for that spider family.
But what if he was the dad and now he has a million mouths that
Not
are...
my problem.
Okay.
Not my problem.
I don't know. Spiders are good. They kill everything else. Like if you
Yeah,
had,
they eat shit.
if you had something else in here, it would kill it for you. But you murdered that spider.
Outside of the city, the
you
bugs
coulda
are
had a-
fucking wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we'll go to Monica's basement and, like, there'll be, like, 1,000 legger and then, like, spiders with the longest fucking legs you'll ever see in your
Daddy
life.
long legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those before.
Crazy shit.
It's literally like a speck with giant legs.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like, what's it called?
It's okay. You can think about it. I'm here for you, Daddy.
Physics.
Physics. It makes. Well, that's like bees. Supposedly bees aren't like the way that their bodies are shaped. They shouldn't be able to fly.
But they do.
Yeah.
And they fly with
'Cause
like
they believe in themselves.
with like meaning. Like you said,
Yeah,
they believe in themselves.
they have a point to
like,
live. They have a point to live.
How fast you seen the slow mo of like those bugs when their wings are flapping? Beautiful, but also crazy.
Don't you want to fuck a bee?
No,
No.
my dick's not small enough.
Damn.
Everything cool?
Rangers lost. See,
Of
but the
course
Knicks.
they did.
Shut up. The Knicks have been winning. No, they gave up fucking 3 goals to lose it, so it was stupid. The Knicks have been winning games though.
All I know, my sister's been pissed.
With the Rangers?
Yep.
I couldn't even tell you what the problem is.
I couldn't tell me what the problem is.
Yeah. Why have the Knicks been winning games? What are they doing right?
They got coaches.
You think it's just Tom Thibodeau? You think that's the only thing that...
Yeah.
I don't know. R.J. Barrett's been on a fucking tear.
R.J. Barrett's. I really always wanted him to be like fucking. I wanted Kevin Knox to be like fucking crazy too.
Yeah, but I think he's just too timid.
I think I'm just being a Knicks fan where I want everybody they draft to turn into a superstar.
Yeah, I think Knox is a bust because he's got a decent shot.
Yeah, I wouldn't say bust, but
well, bust. Well, not he's the 8th pick. It's not like he's the 3rd, you know, but he's not going to pan out as a first rounder.
Yeah,
you know. The other guy, Obi Toppin, though,
he looks fucking.
He's good.
He's really
him.
Good.
And they got Mitchell Robinson. He's fucking good. Even Julius Randle hasn't been bad. Sometimes he fucks up, but overall, like at least right now, he's been really fucking good.
Definitely.
Remember his leg snapped in half?
Yeah.
Just snapped in half.
Julius Randle?
Yeah, his leg snapped in half. And then they looked into it, and it was because he's been like playing basketball for so long that like his bones were like they just gave out.
That was always the crazy thing because bro, that's the thing about like I think about soccer stars.
Yeah,
it's all running.
Mm-hmm.
You're using your knees up all the time. Like I knew this guy when we were like 10. He couldn't run more than a block because he played soccer his whole childhood. So the cartilage
was
just
all fucked
destroyed up between his knees. So he
That's
was like
like
I can't. Like he used to just be like my knees hurt
Yeah.
when you're 10.
Yeah.
So it's like I think about all like Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. They've been playing since they were like fucking 2 or some shit.
Yeah.
Like on world class levels, just running, and they're continuing to do it and having a career throughout their adulthood. It's wild to me.
Yeah, I think it's because like that happened to our buddy Vic. Vic's body's all fucked up.
Yeah,
because of sports. You know, it's not necessarily stupidity. It's just like there's a difference between like practicing and training and like overtraining. You know, and like that line is super fucking thin. You never really know because like just recently Max Holloway, the UFC fighter, he beat the shit out of a guy. You know. I think he landed like 500 significant strikes or something ridiculous. It might not have been 500, but he punched the guy a lot.
Yeah, I don't think it would be 500. That'd be
like,
a long ass fight.
It was 5 rounds.
Significant strikes.
500
of them landed.
I'll have to look this up now. Max Holloway strikes versus it was Calvin Kattar. Okay. He landed 445 significant strikes.
Okay, it's not 500, but that's still wild.
That's a lot of strikes.
That's a lot of significant strikes landed.
While he was doing that, he was talking to the announcers. He was talking to the ringside commentators.
Just talking shit.
He was yelling at them while he was fighting, and he did a no look dodge and punched him. Like it was one of the craziest fights I've ever seen. Max Holloway beat the shit out of this guy. That's not the point. The point was after the fight, he was saying how he doesn't spar, you know, and people like try to tell him that like that's stupid of him not to spar, and he was like, "How the fuck are you gonna tell me it's dumb to not?" Like he literally just landed 445 significant strikes against someone.
Yeah,
for someone that doesn't spar at all. He was like, You got to protect your head. You know, how are you going to spar? You're going to do unnecessary damage. You're not going to last that long in this sport. He's like, I want to fight for a long time. He's not even 30, and he's been fighting for like 10 years, you know?
Jeez.
So he's like, I don't want to fucking ruin my brain for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
You know?
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So like the point back to like your friend, like childhood friend is like, we can overwork the shit out of ourselves. And it's like these dumbass coaches when we're kids that'll just let kids just ruin their bodies. I had like one kid I went to elementary school with, and his dad was really strict, you know, and all of the sons like played sports.
And like dads.
Yeah, one of the sons like broke his leg, and then like they kept going to different doctors until one doctor like finally like approved him and then put him back in to play football. Got hurt again. Another kid wasn't even in high school yet. We were like 10, I think. We were young as shit, and his son, who went to the doctor for x-rays, puts him in to play football again, gets tackled. Now the kid's literally in tears. His dad puts him back in again, kind of shit, you know? And his dad was also the coach of the team. And it's shit like that. So that's basically what happened to Julius Randle, is just overworking for so long. Like, it pays off. Oh, there's a fly. It pays off because, like, some of them become professionals. But if you think about it, because Kenny Smith said this to Shaq yesterday. Kenny Smith is a former NBA point guard. He was like, there's only been 4,900 NBA basketball players in the history of the league to ever play professionally of all time. You know, not like now, not currently, not alive, to ever play the game. So it's like, you're not going to make it. The chances of you actually being successful in a sport are very fucking slim. They're like, it's easier to win the lottery at that point than to become a professional athlete.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. So it's fucked up when you see like these kids get their lives ruined, you know?
Yeah.
And just for what? To get a gold medal in like a pee-wee soccer league tournament, you know? You're going to fucking ruin your kid. It's sickening.
The fucking kids that get Tommy John surgery after playing the
Baseball
Little
families,
League World Series.
Baseball families and like football families are like some of the worst out of them.
Oh, hell yeah.
They will fucking... Because that's the meal ticket, you know? Especially baseball. Fucking put your kid in all this shit. Oh, his arm... Sew him back up. Put him back in, you know? Just fucking wear this kid down.
A contract could change lives.
And you look at certain cases where like people do make it and they'll play professionally. Some of them will win championships and still fucking amount to nothing, you know?
Yeah.
Still lose everything. And just at the blink of a hat. It should just fucking can just happen, you know? It's like Delonte West. Delonte West was like that.
Exactly.
You know? But like now he's doing good supposedly. He's been talking to his mom.
Yeah.
That's a happy...
Mark Cuban's a real good dude.
Yeah. There's a happier ending to that story.
Definitely. Because that was like that for years. We've known about his homeless problem for years.
And it was getting to that point when he was still in the league.
Yeah, and he was like doing like people. He was appearing in different states being homeless.
Yeah.
You know? Like, he's been on a crazy journey, that guy. Day to day, I would not want to like know or be around him or be in that situation. Who wants to?
No. But even if, like, you knew him or you were his friend, you'd only hate yourself just knowing that he's out there kind of shit, you know?
Yeah. But also, you can't help somebody that doesn't want the help or...
Yeah, of course.
You know. But, you know, it's cool that he definitely accepted the help. And, you know, having those people in your corner is definitely a fucking huge deal.
Even though you don't deserve it at all. You know, it helps a lot when you fucking have people that'll actually go out to bat with you. And just fucking be able to, like, stand you.
Yeah.
You know?
Your Amazon order was confirmed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know what I got. It's probably someone else. Someone's buying shit on
Someone's
my account.
buying you.
Better not fucking charge me.
Monica!
I think she's got her own. She uses her mom's, I think. And I use the one that I pay for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pay for Amazon Prime.
Do you?
I do.
I do, too.
It's great.
It's awesome. I fucking can't stand Jeff Bezos.
That's where I got my chair.
I can't stand Amazon, really. You know? They're an awful company.
But they're deliver.
So convenient, you know?
So convenient. It's terrible.
It's so bad. Online shopping is so bad for the fucking earth, but what are you gonna do? Because you get fucking. Like I was talking to CJ, like the episode that we uploaded yesterday.
Yeah.
Get a fucking 100 masks, $15. You know, it's disgusting. I'm trying to think. I just bought something else new that was too. Oh, I bought that. I bought a fucking magnetic.
It looked like it's a
whiteboard.
part of the of the thing. It's
yeah.
dope. We have nothing on it. We got to put some shit on.
Yeah,
it.
we gotta draw
Yeah.
love you letters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You don't like letters?
No,
You like letters?
yeah, letters.
You better like letters.
I mean, I haven't written a letter in
You should start.
ever.
You should just write one.
Just
Write
a
one to your
letter?
mom.
She lives in my house.
I know. Monica writes me letters all the time.
Should I still send it in the mail?
Yeah.
Return address, the same address.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you don't have to do a return address because it's only one address.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you don't even have to mail it. You can just leave it in the mailbox.
No, I would. I want to put it in the thing.
Yeah. But like, yeah. Why not? Tell her you appreciate her and like you're thankful for everything she's done for you.
Why
I
don't
don't
I
know, some
just-
dumb shit?
Why don't I just say that to her?
Because it's different. Because it's in writing.
Oh, so it's like immortalized.
I don't know. It's sweet. You know,
okay.
it's a sweet thought, and I know that knowing your mom, she would appreciate the shit out of that.
Yeah, she would.
Yeah, but you don't fucking care.
Hey, I do care.
I don't say you don't care about your mom. You're just like, all right.
Write
one to your daughter, so like when she's able to read later on in life.
I've done that.
All right, good.
I have written letters.
All right.
Yeah, I will.
You just said before you haven't written one in a long time.
It's been a while.
How long? Your daughter's only 2 years old.
It's a year and a half.
What, the second like you like got to see her, then you're just like, all right, that's not right.
Exactly.
Do you write her like?
I would write.
You don't write her like a birthday card.
No, yeah, that's different. I'm not talking about birthday cards or anything like that where you like handle it. I'm talking about like write out a
Send
letter.
your sister a letter.
Put up a stamp.
Mail your sister a letter.
Yeah, like that.
Mail your sister a letter.
Okay, fine.
What
I'll
the
do
fuck?
it.
What's the matter?
Nothing's the matter. I'm just
Something's
saying,
wrong. You're not sending letters out to people you care about.
I didn't know people.
I'm
still
talking mad
did
shit. I haven't
this.
sent a letter in a fucking little bit too.
Wow.
A couple months probably.
A couple months. That's not bad.
Yeah. Well, since I moved in with Monica, I haven't sent a letter out in a minute.
And now it's like you're isolated in your little apartment, and now you stop sending the letters. Now you're supposed to send the letters because you're away from everybody.
Yeah. I have a book of like love letters that I write her. So how about
Monica?
that? Yeah.
She lives in the house.
So what?
Okay. Like I said, again, not counting letters that are the birthday or anniversary, shit like that. You hand that shit to her. That's here. You know, it's not, oh, I'm going to write this out, you know, lick the stamp, write all the stuff on
Monica's
it.
got wax seals.
Wax seals?
Yeah.
Oh, so okay.
She's got a whole calligraphy kit.
Oh, like that you melt it and then you
Yeah.
like, oh my God, like the...
I got her the initial M, so she sends out letters. She's got one with hearts. She's got one with the... I think one with the turtle. Yeah.
That's awesome.
She's got a new one.
Now I kind of want Monica to send me a letter just so I could open the wax.
We can send
thing.
you. We can send you. I know your address.
That's
we can
dope.
send you a letter.
Yeah.
Hey, you want a letter?
As long as it has the wax
I'll write
thing
you a
on
letter.
it.
I'll write you a letter.
As long as it has the wax thing on it.
I'll write you a
that'd be
letter.
dope.
Don't worry about it. I'll write you a letter.
Thank you. I appreciate it because I haven't received a letter in Christmas. It's been about Christmas.
Okay. What, your daughter doesn't send you letters?
No, she can't write.
What the fuck?
Well, she can write.
Pick it
It's
up.
just-
Pick it up.
It
It's just
doesn't-
not.
It's not English.
It's not a language.
It's lines and squiggles and.
Does she draw?
Yeah, she draws.
Yeah.
She draws. She could read.
No, she reads now.
Yeah, we read together.
That's awesome.
And yeah, do the whole thing. Most of the time, it's like I read the words on the thing, but most of the time she's like we're looking at the pictures and stuff, and I make up a story in my head that goes along with the pictures and stuff like that.
Okay.
When I first read the books, the stories make no sense, but after I see all the pictures, I could kind of map out a story that makes some sense. Because even though she's 2, it's like you still got to make some sort
What
of
is
sense.
this? What is this? There's no structure to this, Kalila. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. No fucking structure.
What have I been fucking teaching you? What the fuck
Beginning,
is this?
middle, end.
When does school start?
Pre-K is...
Is it 3.5,
like
4?
3.
Yeah.
And kindergarten is 4.
Yeah. Okay.
So I still have a little bit of time.
Yeah, you got time. You got like a year, you know? And then it'll be, what you'll luck out, is because she turns 3 at,
September.
like after school starts.
Yeah.
So she'll be the next school year, I think.
Exactly.
So you
And
have
then
another whole
there was
full
a
year.
statistic is that like most like people that are like all American athletes and things like that,
Yeah.
a lot of them are born in September because of exactly that.
Yeah.
They're just more developed than the other kids.
Yeah, they're cheating.
Exactly. So my daughter's gonna fucking crush it.
You ever see those videos and it'll be like Pee Wee football and like one kid's like 6 feet tall and the other kids are just like kids, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just like, look at this kid's highlight reel. It's like, yeah, he's a foot taller than everyone else.
Did you ever watch Derrick Henry highlights from when he was?
Oh
in,
yeah,
like,
ridiculous.
that was
Ridiculous.
insane.
You ever see it's the same shit with like Andy Reid. Like it was a photo. It's like a video of, I don't know what it was, but like his high school team or his elementary school team. He was like 12 or 13, and
She was just towering, right?
bro, he was a grown man. He was like 10 years old.
I think I've seen the picture. I'm picturing it in my head.
Bro, it's ridiculous. Look at this.
Yeah, that was it.
Bro, he's
That
a
was
foot
it.
and a half tall, and
He's
the other
just
kid looks
huge.
like he's 6, and he looks like a grown man.
Andy Reid could have been like, I could play any position. Line me up.
13-year-old Andy Reid,
Reid,
5 feet taller than the rest of the league. He's like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
fucking take this to the
Put
house.
me at, I'm fat, but put me at
Give
wide
me the
receiver.
fucking ball. Give me the ball, coach.
Just throw it high. I'll catch it up here.
Put it in my hands, coach. We're fucking taking this one down.
They're not gonna tackle me. They gotta fucking go for my knees.
There was this one guy that got arrested, and he was like,
Pac-Man Jones.
no, he was like 25, and he was playing in like a 13 and up league. And he got arrested because he's a grown man playing like
That was like the
teenagers.
old thing where like they oh, you're from like Africa or some shit. And
But
you just
remember
don't
that
know
one
your
guy?
birth certificate.
he was from Africa, and he re-enrolled in high school.
Yeah.
But he was like 50 years old and he was playing basketball. But he was like balding and
Yeah.
shit, and he had a mustache. And they were like, "Who are you fucking kidding?"
But that's the thing. Like I remember being in high school and like people were like, yeah, we used to have this one kid and he have a full beard and like all this shit as a freshman. It's like sometimes I guess that just happens, you know.
There were a few kids that we went
Obviously.
to elementary school with.
Oh.
One of the episodes that we prior, CJ said his name a bunch of times. He had a full head
Oh
of,
yeah.
he had full chest hair, full facial hair when we were like fucking 13.
I had chest hair at 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had a beard throughout all of high school.
Just a neck beard.
Most of high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you had a kid and you shaved and got a haircut. That was the biggest glow up. Joe had the biggest
Yup.
glow up of 2018.
Mm.
I had to think about what year.
2018.
It was like 20 minus 2.
Definitely 2018. That's when I was born.
Yeah.
I had to straighten up, you know.
I know. First you worked at the pizzeria.
I can.
Now
have-
you're head of security at a building.
Yeah, I'm the head of
You're
security.
the head of security.
Yup.
Not a you know. You run the whole show.
Oh, beep. For real, bro.
Do you want another one? I'll grab one.
Yes, please. Oh my God, you know.
This is just something about not all management, because I have to say the people I work with, well, the people I directly work under, not everybody.
Middle
People-
management drives me crazy.
Yeah. The structure I work in is weird. You know, it's kind of like Game of Thrones. You know, where it's just like the houses.
I've
And, like,
been
that's the
thinking about
units.
rewatching that shit.
It sucks. Don't do it. It's such a
No, the
letdown.
earlier, I would start in the beginning, and
You
then
gotta
once I
stop.
see it gets like, you know.
But yeah, so like
Okay.
It's where I work. It's just like basically everything starts and ends right at my supervisor. I don't have to worry about anything above her. You know, if someone has complaints, talk to her. Oh, like this isn't working? You got to talk to her. I don't know anything about that, you know? So like I don't know. I don't get paid
That's
a lot of
good.
money, but like the situation I'm in right now, it's like it's scary cuz it's comfortable and it works, you know? So like it's like how long is this going to last kind of shit. Cuz once your daughter I almost said her name again. It was like once your daughter goes to school, that's going to be the best. Cuz you drop her
I
off.
could actually do shit.
Yeah, you drop her off at school, crack of dawn, you'll be done. Someone will pick her up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Or even they do the after school programs.
Yeah.
Where she'll be there and then you pick her up when you get home kind of deal.
Yeah.
That's just how it do.
It's awesome. I can't wait for all that shit.
Because you guys got to set up. She's got a social life already, so she's ready for fucking
Yeah.
school. People her own age, she's fucking built for that.
Yeah.
You know? All the time she spent with adults, you know?
Oh, hell yeah. My daughter's an old lady.
Yeah.
I told you, she goes up, like, she goes to get up, right? And then she just old lady. Oh, you know. Because that's what she hears. That's what she's around. Hear people groaning and moaning about their aches and pains.
I used to complain about my aches and pains all the time as a kid, and then now that you're saying that, it was probably because I was around my fucking grandfather all the time, and I used to get yelled at. Like I would wake up for school, and my mom would be like, "All right, you gotta brush your teeth," and I'd be like, "I can't go to school. My back hurts, Mom."
There was a hilarious post that I always think about. It's like, you guys gotta stop having your kids hang around with these old people. And they were like, "Happy birthday, Justin." And it was like, "Lord, let me make it to 9. Lord, if I make it."
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I used to tell my mom, like, this hurt, my knees hurt. One time I told my my teacher, because I went to a Catholic school, so we would go to church on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Wow.
Yeah.
We just had First Friday Mass. So
Yeah.
it was the first Friday of every month we would go.
Yeah, we'd go a couple days. Well, you went the first Friday of a month?
Yep.
We were every week.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's why I said, like, and then my mom would take me on Sunday, and I'd be like, I just fucking went on Wednesday.
I know the story.
Yeah. I read the book. So,
Could you imagine if that was the thing? Like, I read the whole Bible.
I read it already. All right.
good.
Philippians and fucking Matthew. Don't worry about it. So, like, there's points during a match you got to go and, like, kneel, you know? I used to sit on the chair and put my knees on it.
Yeah.
And then my teacher was like, "Mark, you got to kneel." And I was like, "I got a bad back." And she was like, "You're 7 years old, Mark."
Yeah.
And I was like, "This is how it is." Like,
Do you remember that kid?
Yeah.
And that was him. That was his whole shtick in high school.
He was an old Italian man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would walk in, like, just hunched over with hand on his back. "I gotta go to the nurse."
The wildest shit he would do is if someone was talking in the back, he would, like, turn around. He's like, "Who said that? I can't see you." But he was serious. He wasn't joking. He would, like, have his eyes all squinted closed. And
Yeah.
who's saying this?
Your
Did
parents,
someone say something?
your parents can't buy you glasses or something.
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
What is wrong with you?
You're fucking 14.
You got scoliosis.
What is this bullshit?
We had characters in that school. I
happy
would
we
never,
survived that
like,
shit.
people say, "Oh, I would love to go back to," like,
Not
no,
even not a second.
not a
Not a minute.
goddamn second.
All the fun I had was never in the school.
No, it was certain people.
Yeah, it was outside of the school.
Certain people. Well, that's the thing. Brandon, he got me into cutting class and doing all that type of shit. So, I had fun inside the school.
Yeah.
I remember we were going into, who was the hot teacher? Everybody loved her.
Name one. Name.
The one that looks like a meerkat.
I haven't.
Short, skinny.
The one she had an ugly face, right?
Yeah.
But everyone was obsessed with her for some reason.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking. I'm not gonna say her name, but I know what you're talking. She was an English teacher, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And anyway, but we were going to her class, and Brandon's coming up, and he hands me a cup. He hands me a cup with a piece of paper over it, and he's like, "Oh, I got you soup." And I'm like, "I don't even know where you got soup from." And I open it, and there's a fucking roach, but on the lid. So I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I cover it up, I put it on the desk, and I leave it there. and people are all freaking out. It falls, and then who was it? I think it was a he just grabs a whole desk and starts trying to crush it with the one leg, the skinny ass leg from the desk. And me and Brandon had to go to the office and shit.
There's so many names you're gonna have to fucking edit out.
No, Brandon's gonna be here.
No, Brandon's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon's a friend of the show. But there's a few names you're gonna have to bleep out.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Because there's one of the names that you said you're gonna bleep it out right now. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
And he was a fucking idiot.
He's.
And it was so annoying, kids like that, because like he will never have to worry. There was a few kids we went to high school. He'll never have to worry about money in his entire life because his family owns so much property.
Yeah. His dad gave him a building like right out of high school.
Yeah. Like his parents owned so many fucking buildings and like so much property, and he had a fucking compound. Yeah. He had in Brooklyn, which is wild. Like in the southern, not South Brooklyn, in fucking downtown Brooklyn, he had a fucking house not attached to the other houses with a fence completely surrounding the house in fucking Carroll Gardens. Like that's non-existent,
Wow.
Yeah. They were fucking loaded.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They owned houses in Florida, houses in Pennsylvania, houses all over Brooklyn. But what they did to get the houses, I don't know what they were doing. But yeah. He was a fucking pillhead. So he's
hell yeah.
He should just fall asleep. Because he didn't have to study those books. The only math he needs to know is how much rent was.
Yeah.
That's the only thing he has to worry about. And fucking, we had one teacher, our chemistry teacher, and he had voice cracks. That's all he was famous for. I've never seen a teacher because the old that teacher hates me. I've never seen a teacher actually hate a student until I saw my chemistry teacher interact with that student. He fucking hated him.
Oh,
because he was so dumb and so useless that he just couldn't even stand that he was in the class.
If I was if I was his high school teacher and I knew all that shit about him, I'd be like, just leave my.
You know
class.
what he did that made up for everything? It was the funniest thing he ever did. He because there were a bunch of idiots in my class.
Oh yeah.
One of the kids who became a model, he was in that class. And there was another kid in that class who was also not smart, and. He made sure the lowest grades in the class passed, and he failed him. So he had to sit in summer school by himself for the entire summer. He would clack in. He graded him, so he was the only kid in the whole class that failed. So he would personally sit in the classroom with him. And he thought it was the funniest joke I've ever seen in my entire life. He failed. It was the only kid that failed.
The teacher did it to him.
Just only him. And then sat in the summer school classroom with him for the fucking hour every day throughout the entire summer.
It's like you're doing it to yourself, but you're doing it for a payoff.
Yeah.
Like you're going to look at this kid's face.
Yeah. Because you win. He also said a joke, there was one kid that he taught, and he always used to tell the kid that he's going to be flipping burgers at McDonald's. And one day he saw him at McDonald's flipping burgers, and he felt really bad. He felt really bad about making those jokes.
Yeah,
because he was just kidding. He didn't mean it,
No, but that's the thing. People used to mean that shit.
Yeah.
Bro, you're dumb. You don't study, do all this stuff. Was Vito ever arrogant about that stuff?
About being an idiot?
No, arrogant about owning shit and not having to.
Not really. He wasn't.
Because I don't remember that about him,
No.
which I do admire about a person too.
Yeah.
Because I would have probably been. I would have been like that.
He wasn't a piece of shit like that. He was more of a piece of shit with trying to fuck people's girlfriends and
I remember him telling a story about how when he ate pussy for the first time,
he threw up on her.
He threw up on her.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
And then told her it was her fault.
Piece of shit thing.
High school is when, unless you were one of those guys, you find out all this fucked up shit about you're wow, fuck, people are pieces of shit.
Fuck yeah.
There were some girls that were just getting their hearts broken for no reason by a kid that had fucking earrings that were too big for his head and a fucking fresh line cut,
And those earrings, everybody knows those types of earrings. Those square ones with all the little things in it. They were fake.
Yeah, no one had real fucking diamond earrings.
No, yeah. I mean, His
He
family
might have.
probably-
He might have had real diamond earrings, but the majority of them, they used to go to Claire's.
I remember when he got the Jordan ones, the Jordan logo earrings,
Oh,
and he was just like,
he
"Look
got
how cool
the-
these are."
The worst was he got the you have to bleep this out. He got the Yankee symbol tattooed on his wrist.
Oh my god! It said "Trust no one" on the other
Yeah.
wrist.
Those are very identifying tattoos. So you
Yup.
can acknowledge
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Nah, but this is good because we gotta cut a lot of stuff, and then we get
Yeah.
we get our best shit. I'm gonna put it in
Yeah.
characters. Fucking characters, bro. I like that kid that looked like Lil Wayne.
Kid that looked like Lil Wayne.
It was funny.
Denzel?
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched him beat the shit out of a kid. And it was dumb as shit over a drink.
Over a drink?
He asked someone to give him a sip, and the kid said no. So he was like, meet me after school. And they got into a fight, and he broke his ribs over a drink.
Hey.
Kicked him in the ribs, cracked his ribs over a drink.
Hey.
Sometimes you're thirsty.
It's disrespectful, bro.
Anything for the bev.
Anything for the bev. Shouts out Jordan Allen.
He was a rich kid.
He's a rich kid?
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't he a coach? No, not a coach.
Music. His dad was big in music.
Whose dad was a fucking ref?
That was Phoenix Buckner. Do you even remember him?
I'm trying to put a
He had
face
a
to it.
big ass astronaut head. Huge head. Always hung out with all the Spanish kids.
I don't know.
Yeah, he
That threw me
the
off.
funniest shit was everyone used to tell him how bad his dad was at a ref. Supposedly his dad was a dog shit fucking MLB referee, umpire.
Could you imagine if your dad was that one? What was the old Joe, the old white guy? He was fucking with Tim Duncan for laughing on the bench.
Oh yeah, kicks him out. Like imagine then you got to go to school and they're like, "What the fuck is wrong with your dad?" I don't know.
Your dad's real
Your
sensitive.
dad's a piece of fucking shit. You know what?
Tim Duncan was just laughing.
I don't know, man. That's like you got to think about like anyone's child and like if they're like either a viral video or like if they're in like a prominent position
Yeah.
and like say they do something fucked up, you know, and then you just got to deal with that shit. Like imagine being like Barron Trump, like Trump's like youngest kid. Now you're going to have to live like the rest of your like teenage years.
You have to think about and like you're being raised by this guy.
I know your
so
parents are
it's
going to be
like,
in fucking prison, you know?
Obviously they're like fucking in your ear most of the time and you're going to believe whatever they fucking say, but like once you get past like where you could really think for yourself and you start looking at the internet, it's just on your phone, everything's so accessible. You start being like, well, wait, what is right?
Yeah.
If they even have that, because you see most rich kids, they just side with the easy life.
Yeah. It's like Ted Bundy has a kid, or he had a kid. She's like older than us now.
Oh,
He
yeah.
had a daughter.
Damn.
He had a daughter in prison.
Oh, so it was actually done with love and not
Yeah, but like
murderous rape or some shit.
it was no. It was love, but like very I don't know, like if we're gonna constitute that as like on the love spectrum, I don't know.
Well, no, this those women are just obsessed with serial
she
killers.
was friends with them.
Oh.
Ted Bundy was engaged first, and like he had this small circle of friends, and like one of his friends like
I'm
really
also
liked him.
I'm saying even if he didn't have the close friend that still
Oh,
loved
yeah.
him through all that shit,
Yeah.
there's still all these groupies for serial killers.
That's like
It's weird.
Jeffrey Dahmer's got a
Yeah.
huge following. Jeffrey Dahmer's hot right now.
And what's
you know?
funny, it's girls.
Yeah.
It's not even guys.
Yeah.
At least that I don't know of.
I don't know. That was happening with Casey Anthony. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, people were saying she was like hot and shit.
Yeah.
I remember that, and I never got it.
She was an attractive woman, but she's also killed her daughter.
I never thought that. I can't I don't even know what her face looks like now, but I remember people saying that shit. I'm like,
You know what it was is they kept putting photos of her going out the night that her daughter allegedly died or disappeared. She went to the club. There's another girl.
there was the one video where they supposedly weren't filming yet, but they still filmed, and she was like, "Is my makeup good?" and like all this shit, like
Was that Casey Anthony?
Casey Anthony. Yeah.
Eileen Wuornos wasn't attractive. She was terrifying. She
Yeah.
was the one that was going to truck stops and then murdering truck drivers.
Yeah.
She was scared. She's a scare. If you ever look at mugshots and you
I've
get afraid,
seen
that's a
that.
scary mugshot.
But she also no excuses for murderous human beings like that, but she was also fucked. Like she was raped a lot.
That's what she said, you know. But again,
True.
also a serial killer, you know, like how
Yeah.
much a grain of salt, you know.
Yeah. True. It's hard to find the truth with somebody who is murdering people
Yeah,
and justifying it or trying to justify
yeah.
it.
That was like the one guy that killed all the people on the island in the Netherlands. I don't know if you remember that guy.
I don't.
Yeah, I forgot his name, but it was basically like his parents got divorced and he blamed like liberals for it, kind of deal. So he just killed all these children on an island.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So there's no excuse for it.
You ever see the graph of the human population on Earth throughout time, and how
Yeah.
it just takes this sharp upturn?
Yeah.
You think there's too many people?
Way too many people.
There's so much bad people.
There's a song by a band from the 80s called Fear, and there's Let's Start a War, and it starts over with there's too many of us, there's too many of us, there's too many of us.
In modern medicine, people fucking.
Yeah. Well, what it is quality of life goes up, and then
Yeah,
but I will tell you one thing, COVID fucking shot the life expectancy down a little bit.
it did.
Shouts out to COVID, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
If that's what we're rooting for these days, you know.
that's the double-edged sword of it.
Yeah.
It's like there's not enough people, but also you don't want to see your loved ones.
You know what the theory is to like curb the human population?
Lizard people?
That could possibly work. That wasn't on the agenda.
Damn.
Because it is a problem. If you look at cities like Mumbai or like
Yeah.
you know, it gets bad. Like population density it gets bad. You run out of water, you run out of resources, you know, especially when it's so densely populated, there's so many people. Especially with climate change, you know, people are going to migrate eventually. Like you're going to run out. Women's rights are supposedly there's theories that that's going to be a big way to curb like population growth.
Taking them away?
No, women's rights.
What about women's rights?
Like when like wealth equality goes up, so more women actually like get encouraged to go into the work field.
Yeah.
They have better paying jobs. They don't want to get pregnant, you know, or not that they don't want to get pregnant. There's less likely to get pregnant.
There's more things to focus on.
Yeah. Other than just staying at home and getting pregnant, you know, like in the fucking 50s and then in the early 2000s, you know.
Very true.
So when people like women go to college and it's not just like not forced to like, you know, anything else, but like not in because America, like the wage gap still is dog shit, you know, but compared to other countries, you know, third world countries where it's still a patriarchal society.
Back in the day, I used to think like when people started first talking about the wage gap, I used to think it was just like actors and like actresses complaining that their male counterparts are good. But it's in my mind I was like, you guys are all millionaires, fuck all of you.
Yeah.
But there is a law or a decree or something that is in, I don't know where it is, but it's basically like they can pay people who are doing the same job in the same company a different wage.
Yeah.
And that's where that actually comes in. And I didn't know that for like the longest time. So I used to think that the wage gap was all horseshit because it's just millionaires complaining. So I was like, fuck you about it. But it's actually it's a real problem.
Yeah. And would you know, the women were right the whole time.
Wow.
The whole time they were talking about it, they were right the whole fucking time. Unbelievable. Next time on Stuff Calama.
Why didn't you warn us, ladies? Why didn't you say this sooner?
Unbelievable. You know, next time.
Unbelievable. Monica.
Next time, just say it louder. How about that?
Just say it a
Tell
little.
me about the wage gap a little bit more often.
Get a megaphone. All women should buy megaphones and take jujitsu.
Definitely take jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm. I'm putting my daughter in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu, any kind of like
You
martial
think
arts.
about it, like all those positions that, you know, jiu-jitsu has you in,
Yeah.
it's very sexually assaulty.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, if a guy tries to do that and put you in that position, break his arm and fucking run.
The best part about it is, especially when you get, because when you watch like UFC and MMA, it doesn't give it credit, but a lot of the stuff is clothing based. Like there's a lot of techniques where you can literally choke someone out with the clothes that they're wearing, kind of shit.
Yeah, you grab the fucking V, you twist.
Yeah,
and, yeah. There's
so like a lot of it,
I remember all that,
and almost all of it is body weight doesn't matter, strength doesn't matter, you know. So it's great. Exactly. It's great for anyone to fucking pick up.
And after she fucking is mastering and kicking ass in jiu-jitsu and grappling, I think the next martial art I would want her to do would be like Krav Maga. Because that's shit that martial artists don't really learn, because you can't be poking eyes and
that's just
people
that's to kill people.
Throat. Yeah, but that's the next step.
Yeah,
you know. I'm just thinking in terms of,
and then
what
after
can
that,
we do to these girls
she
so
becomes
that they
a
can
clandestine agent, and she's in the CIA, and now
Yeah.
Kalila's fucking killing world leaders.
You ever see the post
I
where
said her
it's
name.
like,
You're gonna have to beep that out. I said it by accident.
you ever see the posts where it's like, oh hey, girls, if men didn't exist, what would you want to do? What would be the first thing you'd do? And the number one thing would be just to take a walk at night or go for just literally simple shit.
Yeah.
Right? It's
You
like,
know?
so that's why I'm always like, I want to give my daughter these tools so that,
Yeah.
you know, it gives her the best chance in life that she doesn't have a scar. Like, obviously someone even just attempting to sexually assault you or assault you in any way is a traumatizing event. But if you have the tools to defend yourself, at least you won't be subject to everything else that follows to a victim. So all women should learn jiu-jitsu, Krav Maga.
I can't wait. We're gonna give your daughter steroids. She's gonna be a fucking tank.
She's gonna be like Gabby Garcia.
I forgot she was like, I think she was like a month old, and we were talking about like,
yep.
One day she's gonna walk outside. She's gonna see like all of us are gonna be grown men, just sweaty, just like there to train your daughter, just kick fucking ass.
Literally.
Yeah. There's gonna be a bench. There's just gonna be a bench in your backyard. Yeah. Come on, Kalila.
I'm gonna turn the fucking garage into a fucking gym / marijuana growing facility. Bro, I forgot who that it was. That I think
Shu texted me. He said that it's not gonna be legal to grow at home.
Yep.
He's a piece of shit, Cuomo.
I know, bro.
I'm gonna Cuomo's a piece of garbage.
I know. It's terrible.
I was talking to him before about how like
Who, Cuomo?
Yeah.
Nice.
He because during this time New York's been in a really bad fucking place, and he wrote a book about how good he's been doing at handling this whole fucking situation. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I wish we were like Pawnee, Indiana, from Parks and Rec, you know? Cuomo and all of them just sitting in some gymnasium and all of us just yelling at him.
Yeah. When I was a kid, the neighborhood I lived in, they used to do Father's Day, it was like a San Gennaro Fest kind of festivities where they'd be like food stalls on the streets kind of thing, but it was specifically a Father's Day event. And Senator Chuck Schumer used to always like stand there and shake hands, and I wish I was old enough
to know
all the things I know now.
God damn.
I would say mean things to Senator Chuck Schumer.
Didn't people like him?
At one point, yeah. But what happens is when there's less, you get to see like when there's less people of his belief, you get to see like what he actually does kind of shit. And he's just a spineless coward. That's really what it is. You know, in the last 4 years, he didn't do a fucking thing. Yeah. And then, I don't know if you remember, he had the fucking, I forgot what the African colored, you know, the scarves and the hats? He had that, and he took the dashiki. He had that around his neck, and he took a knee in the Capitol. You don't remember that photo?
I do remember.
Yeah,
that fucking
that
photo.
Was their response to like all the Black Lives Matter protests, and they went back to
they could literally change laws. These people,
yeah,
and we're gonna fucking.
He just took a knee in the Capitol, and that
they should have done a dance too. They should have got like African drums in there.
Oh yeah,
and shit.
the whole
They should have done a dance. They should have done the whole thing.
But they didn't even care enough to give us that much, you know. That's funny.
Like a whole Congress meetup. All right, we're gonna do a flash
I
mob.
see, it was a bunch of them. They all fucking showed up in dashikis, and they just were like, all right, we're gonna take a knee now.
Yeah, it's like those priest scarves.
Thank you, all 15 of you taking a knee for Black Lives Matter. You just really saved the movement.
My God.
We
It's
almost didn't
literally-
make it out.
It's the equivalent of the Pepsi Kendall Jenner.
Oh,
thing.
Kendall Jenner giving the.
Yep.
That's disgusting.
Somebody did a fucking post. Kendall Jenner's on her way to the Capitol.
It's funny as shit. Trump walked his
Yeah.
way out and he pardoned Lil Wayne, Kodak Black, and not a single fucking person that stormed the Capitol.
I was sitting at work next to this 50-year-old Haitian guy, and I'm like, why the fuck would Trump like pardon? I get Lil Wayne, he did the photo op, but Kodak Black, and he's
Kodak
like,
Black came out and said he was supporting him and shit like that.
but he was like right away without missing a beat. They donated. Those legal fees are gonna drain Trump. He's gonna be calling in favors to all those people.
That's exactly it. Kodak Black probably got in contact with the people close to Trump.
Donated
That's
some.
what it is. 'Cause he's not broke, Kodak Black, you
No,
know?
they're not. He's gonna pump up 3 more albums right
Yeah.
now, trying to make some more money.
But I
so
kind of feel bad for him because at least with like him and Lil Wayne, it was bullshit, you know?
yeah.
Lil Wayne said something. It's the same thing that happened when
No,
he got
Lil
arrested the
Wayne
first time.
Lil Wayne was a gun charge.
Yeah.
They landed in Miami and they found a gold-plated pistol.
How did he get to Miami to land in the first place? They knew it was there,
Yeah.
you know? But it was like, remember the first time Lil Wayne got arrested?
Yeah.
It was in New York, and they put him in Rikers, and it's hysterical, but something happened with the police and the security and Lil Wayne's like group, and he got on stage and he had a lot to say about the police, which was the NYPD, and then the security that were doing the security for the venue. And he had a few words to say, and then they went back to the concert, ended, no problems. And then all of a sudden the cops stop the bus, they get on, they go to the wrong guy first and think another black guy's Lil Wayne, and they try to arrest him.
Wow.
But then they find the real Lil Wayne, and they're like, all right, it smells like weed, and they arrested him on drug charges. And then I think he spent a couple years in prison. It was a little bit. I remember he had to get his grills taken out. He had diamonds engraved in his teeth.
Yeah.
And he had his dreads shaved.
That's wild.
Yeah, Kodak Black was a weird one. At first, it was a rape charge, but he didn't go to prison for that. But then he went to prison for something else. And then he didn't. I don't even know. I don't remember if there was a
It's
trial.
like that shit right there. Is like, he raped somebody that's like complete garbage that he didn't go to jail for it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't even know if there was a trial for the rape charge. You know?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Because then that's a different story. You know, with the whole thing. But what he was actually, because I'm a firm believer of like when someone's in prison, put them in prison for something they actually did. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't care like if he deserved it or not. You know, just because he got away with another crime, it's like that's not why. You know, put him in prison for the shit that he actually did.
Definitely.
You know, because then that's between him and the victims. Put him in just because he deserves it because he did something else in the past. There's nothing to do with me. It's nothing to do with the legal system. I don't know. You know?
Yeah.
I forgot what happened. Did you see Tiger King? That was another funny thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he rented a stretch limo, and he didn't get pardoned.
And then after all that shit, he's like, I was too gay for
I'm
Trump.
too gay for pardons.
I'm too gay for Trump to pardon me.
I'm never gonna financially recover from this.
Oh my God. That guy is fucking...
He's another piece of shit. That show was hysterical, and I loved every minute of that show. But what really came out was that he drugged and not essentially raped 2 young men.
Yeah.
And then like made them his sex slaves.
Yep.
And then one guy finally like sobered up and kind of realized what was going on and shot himself in the fucking head.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, okay, so I literally thought it was that type of situation, and then I watched like the after with the guy that was there, and he put his hands over his mouth and everything.
Yeah.
And he was like, he basically was just basically like, it was he was just showing me like the gun or whatever, and he was putting it up to his head, and he goes, don't do that, you know, and he was like, oh, don't worry, it's not loaded, look, see, and he pulled the trigger.
Oh shit.
Like, it was completely accidental. It wasn't like he was... I forgot, like, I don't remember exactly how they did it, but in the actual documentary,
Oh, they cut that out?
they made it seem like it was what you described, like
Yeah.
he was depressed and all that type of shit. But then in the after, like the interviews with the guy, he was like, no, it was completely accidental.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that. The situation still stands, though.
Yeah.
But the suicide part was now changed, but yeah.
After I saw the kid's mom in the documentary, I was like, oh, okay, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense why he would let this grown man suck his dick, even though he's most likely straight. He's a good-looking kid from California.
Yeah.
He could have probably got a modeling job with Abercrombie and Fish the way he was looking.
He was he was fucking high as shit.
Yeah.
That's what was happening.
He was on his mom was a meth addict.
Yeah.
And
it wasn't, meth
goes
is
to
different.
Oklahoma from Cali.
Yeah.
To meet other meth heads. And like Joe Exotic, he would actively go. He had people calling him up. Oh, we got a fucking person just chilling at a train station with no direction in life. And he would go there and be like, oh, I could food, shelter, drugs, and, try and fuck them or some shit to get them to work with tigers. No experience in zoology or anything.
That was
like
another thing that like they didn't really highlight on a lot of the people that worked for him that had limbs ripped off from the tigers that they had. You know,
only showed the one girl.
The one girl and the guy with no legs. He fell in the cage and they ate the legs off of him while he was trying to get up. Insane.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it was the one guy with he was the double amputee.
I know that. Yeah, I know. Yeah. But he literally describes it as just a falling accident. He never said tigers ate his legs.
He fell and his legs went through the cage, kind of shit. From what I remember, he was standing on top of the cage.
Oh, so they were jumping up. And oh my!
I think they ripped his legs off. Yeah.
That's wild. That's oof.
Going back to the one kid who died. Remember when he just fucking started singing at his funeral? He made it a concert.
He made it all about him.
Yeah.
He's Joe Exotic's a narcissist.
The official statement from the Stuff Calama podcast is Joe Exotic is a piece of fucking shit.
Stay in prison, bruh.
Yeah, fuck him.
Not even for the shit you did to your fellow man, but for the shit you did to those tigers.
Yeah, he was, and then the other guy that didn't get arrested, who would put baby tigers in suitcases and then hang out with celebrities to show off the animals and shit.
Guy.
The guy that bought everything, or like swindled all the zoos out.
You bring a tiger anywhere, you're gonna have a threesome. Shit like that. He was just, he would literally just
fuck
do it
that
to
guy
like
too.
Flex.
Yeah.
He's definitely killed tigers because you would have to bring baby tigers. Like, and they said in the show, they only last the what they say, the tiger petting age, the cub petting age. They're only good for a couple months or some shit. And now you have
they grow fast.
Yeah, now you have a bill.
Yeah.
So either you sell them, kill them, or keep them.
Well, when they closed the zoo and they started digging them up, how many like skeletons did they found? A bunch of remains.
They found a bunch. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a bunch of fucking animal.
There was like one tiger. He just walked like it like pushed him down or some shit, and he shot him in between the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Those people are fucking shit.
Yeah. When they said in the very first episode, within the first 5 minutes, they were like, monkey people are crazy, but big cat people are fucking on another level. You gotta be something. There was that one dude who was like, he went to fucking like prison for like coke shit, but he always had wild animals. Down in Florida, I think.
He was in the documentary?
Yeah. They mostly showed Carol, Joe, and
was that the guy
Antle.
that had all of the girls that lived with him?
No, that was Doc Antle. That was that weird cult leader. Guy.
That guy was another weirdo.
His
son's
weirdo.
big on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was the other dude that they didn't show a whole lot of, but he was like, yeah, nobody ever gets a good look in this guy's zoo. He's very quiet because he was also like, he was in crime. Like he was.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. He had that goatee.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch it. That was a good documentary.
It was.
I love the shit out of that show. Just because it was like, every once in a while you just need good old white trash to get you through the day, you know? Just knowing like, I'm fucking happy I'm not a piece of shit like these people, you know?
Definitely.
It's not gonna, you don't learn a single thing from it, but you just sit there and you finish it and you know, you're like,
these people exist and they seem to be doing just great.
I'm better than those fucking people.
Yeah, but like those people shouldn't exist.
Nah, they do because of greed, and like all that other shit. People like that will always exist. Have always existed,
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Kill them?
You could kill him.
Oh.
You can get in trouble if you do that.
Yeah, because you just taking it into your own hands, Vigilante justice is no good. That's what they told Batman, at least.
Yeah.
And now look at him.
My favorite turn of my childhood is because Batman's always been one of my favorite superheroes. But now you just you grow up and you realize that Batman could have done more by just paying more in taxes than he ever could have done by fighting crime.
Right? That's very true.
Like if him and
but
the
then
other
he'd
guys,
be out of a job.
No, he'd still be a fucking trillionaire.
He'd be a bored trillionaire.
Oh yeah. His fucking parents.
That's right. The arrogance of him.
His parents might still be alive too if they fucking actually funded education in Gotham City instead of just
they
fucking
want to take advantage.
Yeah. You know what?
Batman's a capitalist piece of shit. Fuck Batman.
Fuck Batman.
Fuck Batman.
Spider-Man though, Spider-Man's dope.
Friendly neighborhood.
He's just a fucking
just a kid.
Yeah. Just a poor kid from Queens,
Figure it all out.
Exactly. Tony Stark though, he could suck my dick.
No, also shouts out Miles.
Miles? Yeah.
The other Spider-Man.
Did you see that one we're all over the fucking place. I love it. See that one I think it was IGN. Or it was IGN or GameSpot, and they were doing like a review of the new Spider-Man game, which was Miles Morales was the main antagonist of the game, and it there was one point of the review, and he was like, "Now look as," and you can clearly tell it's like a nerdy white guy. And it was like, now look, as he leaps off and turns back and looks at the camera, and you see all the swagger of a teenage black, a black teenager. The swagger of a black teenager. Thanks, GameSpot. That's what you're going to tell me in your review for fucking Spider-Man?
Jesus. Yeah. That's how we like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The swagger of a black teenager. He's not Miles Morales. Probably Dominican, so he's black.
His mother's Rosie Perez.
Yeah.
Was she? I want to say she was the voice actress in Into the Spider-Verse.
That movie was very
incredible.
That was a
great movie. The animation of that was just fucking nutty.
Hell yeah. Oh, speaking of animation, I just finished Demon Slayer.
Very good anime.
Oh my! The story is not very blow you away because it's literally go get demon, kill demon, go get demon, kill demon. The animation is amazing. I like the parts where they went after he kills the demon and you learn about the demon.
Yeah,
I love all that shit.
I really like all of the characters in it. There's no development because the characters are already developed. They're not gonna there's nothing to change really. You know, slight.
All the story is in the first couple episodes.
Yeah,
and then it's just literally Crow comes around, tells you where the demon is. They go kill the demon, learn about the demon. That's it. And they just rinse, wash, repeat, rinse, wash, repeat. But the animation is just so good. I want to rewatch it again.
Yeah, definitely when the new season comes out.
Plus, I love the dynamic between the main protagonist and his sister.
It's awesome.
They're amazing.
Yeah. Demon Slayer is a solid fucking anime. Me and Monica devoured our lives.
That's why I said that one time, who's Monica's new profile? Because it was the picture she put.
Yeah, she's holding the gun up. Yeah,
and I just started watching. I'm like, who is this? And it showed up on my friends. You should whatever. It was number one. I was like, who is this?
I got, for some reason, quarantine. I guess because I have so much time on my hands now. I've watched so much fucking anime.
Yeah,
a ridiculous amount.
I think the next one I'm gonna actually watch is Attack on Titan.
So fucking good. Do you have you got Crunchyroll, right? It's all free. Funimation and Crunchyroll are free, just with ads.
I either then I'll get them both free with ads because I do mostly Hulu.
Yeah.
With ads, I have Netflix, but with what Shu puts on my shit with Cody.
Yeah, the best one, honestly, for the new shit that's just coming out right now. Well, Funimation has a deal with Attack on Titan. So the new episodes go right to Funimation. So all of Attack on Titan's on Funimation for free,
Awesome.
but with ads.
Okay.
And if anything, you just pay $5 a month if you want that.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I don't mind the ads.
Yeah, but Attack on Titan, fucking solid. Like, you get to a certain point, like, all of a sudden, like, everyone's a Nazi, and you're like, what the fuck is happening? It's such a solid fucking... I watched all of that, because I fell off. Like, I watched the first season, I watched the second season, then I hadn't watched in a while. But then the newest season just came out, and incredible. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, watched all of that, suggest that one. Yu Yu Hakusho, watched that one. Fucking
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
That's a really good one.
Is it?
Yeah, very good one.
It looks very weird to me.
My
just
Hero.
Surface value of it.
It's one of the funniest fucking things that you'll ever watch.
Yeah.
Not because it's trying to be funny, just because it's so outrageous and like over the top. One Punch Man is great.
That one I've been
that
looking
one's
at
funnier.
forever.
That one is so fucking funny.
I've been looking at that one forever.
But it's intentionally funny. It's supposed to be funny. It's like one of the funniest shows. You know
what I was looking up? I was looking up fan art of people mixing One Man Punch, Naruto, and Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Crazy artwork.
Oh yeah, people that get talented.
Really crazy.
Yeah.
I like the one where it's basically Goku's body and he's wearing Naruto's like fucking sage clothes and all that shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're fucking good. Those fans get fucking creative.
Yeah. Especially the computer art, doing all the art on the computer.
Hell yeah.
It looks just you could do professional shit. That's what's great about it. Especially with like Apple, and they make it very easy for you to do
I got a
that
coworker named Apple who does like fan art basically. She's really fucking good at it. And there's a huge difference between people telling you the truth and not sugarcoating it, and just people not being good, you know?
And that's a cultural thing. You hear a bunch of
they're from Jamaica.
People,
they're
island people.
Yeah.
They're you have an African woman, an island mom, like they're just blunt. They come right out with it. There's no you're fat.
Yeah.
People say that all the time. I used to hear that all the time. You're fat. Just
my supervisor's from Jamaica, and she's blunt as shit, and I love it. I love her just straight up telling me I fucked up.
Yep.
Not telling me like, oh, Mark, were you doing this? Just telling me, Mark, like this one had like this many problems, and I just tell her like, listen, if it has problems, just send it back to me and I'll fix it. Tell me the truth.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
I hate passive aggressiveness. I
Yeah.
would rather you punch me in the face than you be passive aggressive to me. I don't like that shit. It's fucking it's weak. It's just a weakness that I see.
It's just unnecessary, you know?
Highly.
Yeah. But I'd much rather the bluntness than just the lying, you know? I don't know. Maybe that's just us, you know?
Yeah, because I think that we've just been... It's a bunch of... We're two people that have been fucked around with sometimes. And when that happens, it's like we don't like it.
Yeah, and we're also, like, grown men now, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like... I don't know. We're just, like, so much tired. I was just talking to Monica. We went for a walk before about how, like, I'm really happier I met her when I did. Because if I would have met her when I was younger and I was an idiot, we would have broken up, you know? And I was like, I'm happy I met her when I was just tired. Not tired of like living, just tired of all the bullshit that comes with like large friend groups or like going out and all that shit. I'm happy I met her when like I was like, okay, I like to sit down and I like this. I love to do this kind of shit. And like I actually knew what I liked. I knew when like say like we have like a little tiff or we get into an argument, it's meaningless. And like tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and she's gonna be in the bed with me and everything's gonna be okay, kind of shit, you know?
Yeah.
Because if I would have met her when I was like 19. When I was like fucking 18, shit wouldn't have worked at all because I was fucking super emotional and like I couldn't handle any of the shit that was going on.
That was one.
I was a fucking idiot.
That was one thing that they always said about me and my ex was like,
yeah,
if you guys would have met when you were older, you would have been married and the whole fucking thing. But it's just you go that time period in our lives is a very tough time period.
Yeah.
To balance life and a relationship that you were young in the first place at that point. So it's like what the fuck do we know?
Yeah.
It's just hard. But in a way it's good because you kind of get to mature your own emotions and figure that whole situation out.
Yeah. she was also prepared for another point of her life way too early, and you weren't. Not necessarily that you wanted to sleep around kind of shit. It's just that you knew you were 17, and she was thinking that the two of you were like 30, and she hasn't gotten married yet. When in reality,
that
were
was
still teenagers.
It was just like, you know, I had.
No, I'm not saying that's why you broke up.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that was kind of like the situation.
Yeah.
You know.
The reason why I did that whole thing was because of we were fighting a lot.
Yeah.
And I was going to school 5 days a week. I was making time for my friends and her.
Yeah.
Which was it's difficult.
Yeah, it's hard as shit.
She wanted to like go out and do things.
Yeah.
And I'm not a person. I don't like to ask my parents for money. I don't like to ask anybody for money.
Yeah.
And I remember her just like her parents. Oh, you guys are going out. Here's an extra $100. Here's an extra $50. Like, we weren't raised with that shit. Just go have fun for free. Here's $5.
Yeah.
Things like that. So I just didn't want to fight anymore.
Yeah, it's a good fucking reason to not want to be in a relationship. Because even if it's a good relationship, if there's just like all this shit and all of this like this tar and fucking bile is still there and you still feel it, like I don't know.
Yeah.
As good as it could be, it's just easier to walk away because like it's too late.
Yeah.
You know.
Because what I did was I ended up walking away. I did what I had to do, in terms of being selfish with my time and focusing on what I wanted in life and all that type of shit. So it was good, you know?
Yeah. That's like Monica's lived in another country, you know?
Yeah.
Like I obviously haven't done shit, but like I've been an idiot already, you know? And Monica's got to like explore. So like we've gotten to the point now, like I'm 26, she's 24. We're like, all right, yeah, it's just us, you know? I'm not looking for anything else, you know? I don't want anything else. I just hang out with her. We made pizza today. It was awesome. Yeah. It was fucking sick.
I remember watching this is when Kim Kardashian first got married to Chris Humphries. Right? And they were shooting in the fucking house or whatever, and one of the first things they were like preparing like a dinner or some shit for themselves. They were just like, so this is married life. Like from right there I was like, oh,
that's not
as young as I was like, that doesn't sound right.
Well, the second the cameras go in the room for you to record that, you know that the fucking marriage is shot. These people are sickening. You know what was funny is you brought up your ex's parents used to give you money to go out. Is one of our friends used to tell his girlfriend that he was broke all the time. He didn't have any money and his parents didn't give him anything. And then she found out that his parents used to give him like almost $200 a week, and he would spend it all on alcohol and drugs. And she found that out and she started cheating on him.
I don't even know who this is.
We used to go to his house all the time. Yeah.
Oh.
His parents used to give him a ton of money. His parents used to give him money. That's how he used to afford everything. Because it's just like, he used to always have alcohol, you know?
Yup.
And like pretty decent. It was towards the end where they realized like, oh, our son's an alcoholic, that they stopped giving him money. But like he was getting a ton of booze, you know? A ton of booze and a ton of weed, a ton of other shit.
And you give a kid like that much money, what do you think he's going to do with it?
Problem is you ignore a problem for too long and you just act like it's just going to correct itself kind of shit. Because that's what happened. I think he went to college and like he was just fucking having fun.
Yeah.
That's all he was doing up there. He didn't go to a single class. And then like the funniest shit is you hear people like that and you talk to them about why it didn't work out and they blame the school and their curriculum. That was the reason. That's
like me if I blame Zavarian. It's like I can't do that.
No, it's my fault.
I did not take advantage.
Yeah.
Dude, it was mandatory to everybody to do chips.
Yeah.
If you look at the yearbook, I don't even have that next to my name. They probably skipped over me or something, but they never called me to do that. I don't even have that.
You were supposed to sign up yourself.
You were?
Yeah. You're supposed to, with the group of people, you're supposed to sign up yourself. Who did you go with?
I never go where?
Like who you were supposed to, you and a group of people, because I didn't sign up for myself and I was trying to figure out who I wanted, and then I found out someone wrote my name down and I went with that group.
I literally never knew any of this.
You were supposed to do it yourself. That's why you didn't get called, you fucking idiot.
Wow. I never knew this. I'm like, wow, that's mandatory. They gotta make sure I go and shit.
No, they're not. That was one of the things where like you had to fucking you had to talk to the dean who was in charge of the religious thing. I forgot his fucking name. Like the doofy guy with the glasses and the afro. You know, and he would he went on all the trips with you. And you had to go to him and you had to write like down 4 names. And if that person got called a bunch of times, like they would figure out a way, or like that person would be able to choose. I didn't even choose who I went with. They just told me I got picked.
I didn't even know any of that.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
You know what's fucked up is no one wrote you down.
No. Dude,
because all of you are close. Did everyone else go? Like Brandon went.
Everybody else in the entire class has that next to their name except for me. I'm the only one.
Because you didn't go.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're supposed to.
What'd
you do for your community service?
I
used to just go to my grandmother's house and have her sign off.
Really, I wish I did that. I actually went to my ex-girlfriend's the school that my ex-girlfriend's mom worked at.
Yeah.
And I just was chilling in the classroom.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It was actually pretty cool.
You could have just had your ex-girlfriend's mom fucking write it off.
I remember fucking there was this one kid. And he was the funny kid, trying to get into trouble, being loud and shit. I'd be like, yo, listen, don't do this. I hope he's doing big things now. I hope he listened to my shitty advice, my shitty senior advice.
That reminds me of, there's another kid that we went to high school with, and he wound up working at the high school we went to. And we were at a bar and we were hanging out, and he was bragging about, like, reprimanding a kid for acting up in class, but it was a kid with like special needs. Like that was the department he worked in.
What the?
He just told us this like 20-minute long story about him yelling at kids with special needs for making noise.
He didn't realize.
He had no fucking like awareness of like what he was telling us. Just him like screaming at a kid to like he's like act up. It's like he can't. He like, fucking can't. That's. It's not his choice. No, it's not his choice. He's fucking acting up.
Jesus Christ. Man, there's people who love that school.
I know. There's a lot of people that peaked. Yeah. And that was their moment. Yeah. Those years, you know?
Oh, 100%. My aunt.
Your aunt? How's she doing?
She's great.
She got the back alley vaccine. She's killing it.
Yeah, please put on heat in Lila's room. Baby went to sleep at 10:45. She's an angel, ate very well, and played great.
Aw.
Love you and be careful. Love Aunt M.
I love your family so much. They're very cute. That's where Kalila's right now? She's at your aunt's house?
No, she's at my house.
Oh, okay.
Aunt, yeah, because my mom is lived at my house.
Yeah.
Now, and my daughter's back full time and all that shit.
That's great.
I love it. Every night, every day, every morning, I get to spend time with her a little bit. Go to work, I come home, I spend a little bit more time, and then it's bedtime.
Yeah.
And that's just my schedule. It stinks. I want an earlier schedule so I could actually, I
have more time with her. Yeah.
I just picture me leaving at like 3 p.m. I don't even go home yet. I go straight to the supermarket. Whatever I'm gonna make, I buy all the shit. Fucking, I make dinner. I'd just be a fucking dad.
I'll tell you what, that 3 p.m. Manhattan train, the best. There's not a single soul. It's amazing. But is yours okay? Yours isn't that bad. You take like the 8:30?
Not that.
Yeah.
8:30. No, I leave like 10:30.
Oh yeah. Oh, just because of this, like the situation that you've been leaving early.
Yeah, 10:30.
No, I'm talking about going home.
Oh, going home.
Yeah,
going home.
Yeah, because I'm talking. I take the train at 6:00 in the morning, going there, and that's packed. But
going
the fucking
home, it's packed.
Yeah.
Not packed, but it's still it's
at 7:30. Really, still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was a guy today. He brought like a grandmother rocking chair, and it was the trains that like at one end it has no seats.
Yeah.
And he just had to fucking post it up right there.
Fuck yeah.
And he was just like, he was death staring everybody who would even look his direction. Like,
that was me when we were moving Chew and I was sitting in his IKEA chair in the U-Haul van. I was sitting in the back in the fucking IKEA chair.
Oh man, I love driving those.
Do you?
Yeah. Because I know you were in the back and I would just like.
Oh, you're a fucking asshole. That's why. Because somehow I always wind up in the fucking back. I'm never in a seat. I'm never fucking,
Yeah. You're always with
Unbelievable.
the cargo.
Exactly. Bullshit.
Mark is so tall he has to be a part of the furniture.
Yeah.
We tie him
I
up.
get used like fucking furniture when people are moving.
And then
So I
there's
put
me.
shoes ass to work when I finally fucking
Yeah.
moved. I was like, be here at fucking 3 o'clock.
I actually feel bad that I never helped you out with this, but, I have a daughter and stuff. What are
Yeah.
you going to do?
It honestly was better off it was just 2 people. Because, one, you wouldn't have fit in my Subaru I was using to fucking move everything.
Sure,
and then
you
2,
didn't get a U-Haul.
yeah, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't.
And then, like, as soon as we got everything up, because, like, most of the work was just me and CJ was bringing everything up.
I really got to admit, you turned the empty apartment into like a legitimate home. And
It's
like,
awesome. I love it.
To you, it probably like felt like ages, but this place looks like from the first day I walked in here, I was just like, wow, this is really homey and nice. You guys decorated them like really, really good.
Got the poster of Action Bronson right behind my head.
I know. I keep looking at
I
it.
kiss him in the morning.
God bless
I
you.
kiss the stuffed Calama on his hands.
I'm known to bring the stuff Calama.
The
He's
Sunday
the best.
morning torture chamber. God bless him.
God bless him. He's fucking killing working out.
He's-
He's like literally like, oh, I'm gonna spend all of pandemic
He's a performer.
just working out. He worked out the whole time, the whole pandemic.
Yeah, it's nice to be rich as shit because you could just pay to go to the gym. Everyone else is like
you
fucking.
pay to go to the gym, but also you could afford to take a whole entire year off.
Yeah. You just work out every day, right?
Not do a fucking. You can do whatever you want. Get
Yeah.
fat, get skinny, get fucking whatever.
These be facts.
All the billionaires got even more billions.
Fuck yeah.
It's crazy the way the world works and operates, dude.
It happens, dude. It's
It makes sense because, people and humans, but also, wow, this is what we do to our fellow man.
God bless them, right?
God bless.
God bless the rich people that fucking step and spit at the fucking people beneath their
squashes.
boat. Oh, thank you, Joe. He's throwing out the garbage for me. God
I'm
bless.
not putting it in the sink. no
Yeah,
more.
that was a rough one. Was that last week?
Yeah, you led the way on that one, though.
Yeah, it's because I was locked in.
And then we were all locked in.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, this is what we're doing.
It's just funny because they're like, all right, yeah, you do that, but then you don't fucking transfer it. Yeah, you just leave it in the sink. It's like, thank you. There's 100 cans in my sink now.
Oh, so after the can is emptied, you want us to throw it in the trash?
I leave it. Sometimes I leave it in the sink till they empty out.
I was being sarcastic.
Okay. We don't have to do this anymore.
We don't. We're literally 2 hours and 20 minutes in.
Fuck yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of this cut, so it'll be perfect.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff where we mention names,
Names.
and
Boop, boop, boop,
people
boop,
who we
boop, boop,
used
boop,
to talk to.
Yeah.
All that stuff I'm editing completely
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
That's unnecessary.
Yeah.
That was just...
It's like killing himself. All right, yeah, so stop it. Let's stop there.
All right. This has been a lovely episode of the Stuff Calama